Button.
And we are back here once again with another episode of the Iron Man Podcast, episode 529. Now, I'm just going to make sure I say this before anyone else on the panel gets to go. Keep in mind how crazy this is. We are naturally learning through things in life, trying to better each other and help each other out and all that stuff. But then there's the opposite side where now you have life now. Now, when anybody talks about like modern anything, I always like to preference this. Modern anything is going to end up in a very different situation compared to back then. The other recent presidential assassinations, a lot of people think they would never have lived through one. Well, we just have that happen today. And we got all the receipts. So any of these trash YouTubers out there that quickly deleted their posts, they were getting ratioed. And I'm not saying send them death threats, just depending on who it is. If I don't like that person.
CNN was getting ratioed so badly that they changed one of their articles' headlines.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
USA Today too.
Yeah.
Any big news media outlet that literally said the things that I saw, and I made sure to check all this stuff in real time because everyone knows I like to take a nap before we do the show, that way I'm like fully rested. But I made sure to go on my computer and be like, okay, what is the mainstream media saying? Oh, it's bad. It was really bad. They said he fell, people, after you could hear the gunshots on the stage. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna have you guys talk for a second because I gotta turn my mic off because of the ambulance coming.
Okay, first thing I got. First thing I got to say about this whole situation.
What the fuck?
What is going on in our country, guys? Seriously, answer this question. What the fuck is going on in our country? How did we get to a point where we're literally shooting at each other, killing each other because we disagree with each other on political points? What is happening?
Well, I will say that Tucker Carlson nailed it. I don't know if you saw the clip that's been floating around. It's from a previous interview that said essentially that it's going to lead up to exactly what happened today. They were calling him names. They called them names. Then they started investigating, and then they would say Russian collusion, and that didn't work. And then they ginned up January 6th, and then they impeached and didn't go away. And then when they got him out of office, and then he started running again, and now they're indicting and stuff like that. And he's still getting more and more popular. And Tucker had said the next thing is what we saw today, the attempt.
Yeah.
You know, I knew things were going a little too well for me today. Like I woke up, had a nice breakfast, went to the theater for the first time in forever to do, a movie review and all that. Saw Longlegs. It was a good movie. And then I get home, I'm having dinner with my family, and all of a sudden I look at my phone and it says, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump got shot at today."
Yeah.
What?
I literally, it was raining. It was raining when I got off work, and I had to stay a little bit longer on some BS. And then I got home. I was, taking a nap before the show, and the group chat was going off. I was like, hopefully everything's okay. And then I don't know who did it first, but someone said Donald Trump was about to be assassinated. Like, what? Hello?
I think it was Selena. I think it was her.
I got actually before it led up on in our group chat. I actually got a message from my mom because she was actually watching the event. And the message that I got from her was simply Donald Trump was just shot. And that's when I started jumping onto all of the YouTube. I'm jumping onto Twitter. I'm looking for all of the information to find out what's going on.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like props. We were talking a little bit about it before the show started, but props to him, dude. Not many people can get hit with a bullet like he did and then get back up and then just carry on like everything is normal.
Yeah.
What was it you said, Drunken? Show of strength, pretty much?
Yeah, it's a show of strength.
Yeah.
If he goes to the UFC fight, it is a pure show of strength that says you cannot stop me.
He already won the election. Congratulations, Donald Trump, for winning the 2024 election. Joe Biden. Let's be completely honest here. Probably wasn't Joe Biden that set him up. Kamala. I've been saying this. Maybe one day I'll be vindicated. I don't care. Kamala Harris has been running the country. Only reason why the country would be as bad as it is if a woman was running it. You know,
Well,
these guys have always been preaching about DEI, woman this, woman that. This is like literally the perfect time for a woman to be running the country since she's his vice president, literally. Like, it wouldn't be
Except she's too stupid to walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah, he is.
This whole situation got me so fired up. I had to shave off my freaking side facial hair, put on my Dean Winchester shirt, look like I'm going hunting with Sam and Dean so I could come here and talk about, Donald Trump and what a G is. And let me just say this, because I know we're going to start talking about some of these weirdos who are already trying to spin it.
Imagine playing revisionist history that fast. Just imagine that. Something that just happened right in front of your face. You're like, he probably might have had some bad legs and he felt.
I'm gonna say this as YouTube friendly as I can, because okay, I love you. I don't want to see your channel go away. So I'm trying to say
I don't love you. I personally
as nice
hate
as
you.
I can. If you endorse this kind of stuff, if you think this is okay, and I don't care if you are blue or red, right or left, if you endorse this shit and you think this is okay, you need to rethink your whole life. You need to rethink everything you've been taught, everything that's been said to you, anything that has ever come out of your mouth or whatever you came up with in your head. You need to rethink all of that shit. If you think this is okay, you are just a piece of trash. Human trash. I don't care who you are, right or left, red or blue. I don't care. Trash. This is not okay. It doesn't matter if you don't like him. It doesn't matter if you disagree with him. It doesn't matter if you don't like what he says. We're at a point now where we're literally about ready to kill each other over political views. This is stupid.
And before we go down more talking about Donald Trump, there were people that someone did end up dying. Someone also got severely injured.
Somebody fucking died today, dude.
And someone else is in critical condition.
Yeah. So so they did actually set out to do what they wanted to do. They killed a Trump supporter and potentially another one at a Trump rally. Because remember, who's been very open about not liking Trump supporters and calling them the worst people on this planet? Oh, crazy. Go figure. Our president and the current vice president have been very, very open about doing that.
And all of the media that supports them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you have Biden doing his little after press conference, because I guess they shook him awake, and he refused to he did not call it an assassination attempt.
Of course he did. But here's the fucked up. Here's the thing. If it was his ass up there and he had got shot at, the media would be going, assassination attempt. Oh, assassination attempt. But you got CNN going, he just fell off the stage. Dude, there's video where you can literally hear shots being popped off in the background, but he fell. Screw you. Okay.
Also, it's really interesting. There's a lot of assholes and just psychopaths or mini psychopaths out there going, how could he miss? And he should have been.
Yeah.
And you know what? I understand where they're coming from, and where they're coming from is just beyond evil. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm sorry. If you really believe that something is so horrible that you need to take it upon yourself to try to end that thing, at least fucking be good at what you're doing. Don't hit any goddamn bystanders. Asshole.
You literally killed somebody that was just there.
Yeah.
Like
he killed at least one person. Another person is going to have the rest of their life be complicated if they even make it. And he still didn't get done anything that could have helped his side.
And I think
he's fucked up in every way possible.
I think we talked about something like this on another show where we basically said it's getting more and more dangerous to just go out in public and just mind your own business and go about your day. Because this kind of shit, 1 minute you're just there to, 1 minute you're standing there, you're just there to support your candidate that you want to be president. You're doing,
maybe you don't even support him. Maybe you were just there to listen.
Yeah, maybe you're just there to listen, and then all of a sudden you're dead because some jackass doesn't like him.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to make sure I brought up even more, was because we'll get to the Trump stuff and all those receipts that we have. I told you guys to save. But the two people, one person actually is dead. One person allegedly, hopefully we'll know in the next like 24 hours, will be alive or not alive. So that person that went there, they did somewhat succeed in what they did. They just missed the wrong person, which is horrible, because what if someone just went there like even another hypothetical is completely whataboutism. Completely. What if someone was there because they're like on the center left? They don't like him or like, but they're just there because they just want to see and hear his opinions.
Well, here's
now
another
he's
thing
fucking
too.
Dead. That's ridiculous.
Here's another thing too. Yeah, it's sad that this person died, but what if that was a kid that got shot? What if that was somebody's daughter or son? I mean, well, it still was
somebody's daughter and son.
It still is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it could have been anybody.
Yes, because this idiot didn't fucking know what he was doing. Congratulations, you're a angry, entitled son of a bitch.
Well, I'm very angry right now, and I feel very entitled to my opinion. So, no, I'm just
Nice.
kidding.
The only person that isn't allowed an opinion
my
here
point
is Tiny.
I'm sorry. I don't think anyone should do this ever. But if you're going to do it, at least fucking train and be good at it.
It's like I said, right or left, it doesn't matter. Normal people, normal functioning people in society don't do this kind of shit. They don't.
No.
Unless you're a black gangbanger who's in the hood wearing do-rags.
Dude, here's the thing. I can
understand gang. I do not agree with or accept gang violence, but I can understand a gang war a hell of a lot more than this shit.
My aunt was over here earlier today doing my Aunt Shannon's hair. Here's the thing. My Aunt Stephanie is probably one of the most left-leaning people I've ever met in my whole life. But here's the thing. The story broke while she was doing her hair. We're all sitting there in the kitchen talking. And I just let it all out and told him, yeah, Trump just got shot at. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, dude, that's fucked up. Normal people don't think or do that kind of shit. They don't. No. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. If you do this shit, you're just a screwed up human being. Period.
But they've been juicing up their nutbags on that side of the aisle for over 8 years and constantly calling him a threat to humanity, a threat to democracy. He's the next Hitler. And look exactly. And what do you think's going to happen? You're going to have this. You're going to have them start getting violent about it, especially with the second term. Polling numbers coming out that Trump is leading and possibly actually going to win the popular vote on top of the Electoral College.
Well, before you go, keep in mind, before this happened today, it was people thought it was fake, but now we know it's for real. They revealed that the full global poll numbers, the only places Biden is even close to winning at, obviously California, obviously New York, and I think another third really left-leaning state. Trump is actually winning
Chicago.
Everywhere.
It's leaned to tilt Democrat, which is terrible for them. And they're
because our side is red, right? It was literally bleeding red.
Yeah, there's a couple good sites couple good channels I've been watching that have been literally breaking down every poll and stuff. And it's just I'm looking at this and they're doing their modeling, and I'm paying attention to them specifically to watch which one is the closest in their prediction based on their modeling when it comes to the election, when it comes to the actual election, because that's going to speak. But both of them really have an Electoral College victory for Trump and winning the popular vote by 6 to 8 percentage points.
That's crazy.
That is in the territory that they can't mess with anything. You can't without it being obvious, so obvious that there's no way to deny any kind of manipulation. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Walter says, wish we were chatting about something less unfortunate. Yeah, me too, buddy. This whole thing is just ridiculous. Like I said, it saddens me a little bit. It saddens me very much because, look, I ain't got that much faith in humanity as it is, aside from, my friends and, my family, of course. But this kind of shit's why I don't watch the news anymore, because every time I turn on the news, it's always negative, 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 negative. And like Drunken said, we were already heading in this direction. It was just only a matter of time. And now that it's happened, dude, like I just like if my faith in humanity wasn't as low as it already is, it just dropped significantly.
The other problem that comes with a lot of this territory is, imagine this bullshit case in New York doesn't work. Even with that, I think Ben Shapiro had ran the likely scenarios for it. It's not even going to be that bad. Even if he does do the sentencing, he will be out in like literally less than a year with good behavior. And if that doesn't happen, they probably just let him go anyway. So that wouldn't work. Even to the fullest extent, it won't matter. And then they're losing in polls really bad, right? And then now you have this. Like, there's absolutely no way you can win. There's no way.
Also, MSK, with the New York thing, there's two things. One,
yes,
it's still up for possibly getting dismissed as a mistrial because of
Right.
the jury person talking to his friend before they actually did the vote. And on top of that, the Secret Service has come forward and specifically said, we don't care where our president goes, we go with him. And there is no fucking way you can set up a prison where the president and the Secret Service are being taken care of inside of the prison. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not possible. Yeah, so
The
even all of that
option,
would lead to nothing.
If they really wanted to try to imprison him, the only option would be house arrest. It's the only option that make any sense whatsoever with the situation that we have
to be fair, house arrest is probably not the worst idea.
The criminal justice system is not set up to have a president and his security go to prison.
Yeah, I just want to say, being on house arrest right now probably isn't the worst idea, given what just happened. Given what just happened, probably need to be at home, honestly. No, like if he was literally traumatized to go outside anywhere at any point, I would fully understand it. That's crazy.
He's Donald Trump. The fact that he's going to... Do you guys
understand how he started, why he started in real estate the way he did? His father was a pretty big real estate guy in Queens. Okay. And Donald Trump was with his dad in Manhattan or something. I think it was right near where Trump Tower is right now. And he said, I'm going to build here. And his father looked at him and goes, they'll never accept you. Stay on our side of the river. You can be a big man in Queens, but they'll never accept you in Manhattan.
Gorilla, what's
Those
up, buddy?
words made him fucking build Trump Tower on that exact spot where his father said it. This man was never going to be traumatized into not doing something. You make it more challenging, more violent. He's more likely to show up and say "fuck you."
I mean, the dude literally got shot and then put some gauze and alcohol on and went to a UFC fight. There's no more "fuck you" statement than that.
The other thing that Walter has mentioned that is also true, but Nate slightly touched on it earlier. It doesn't matter who it is. Honestly, you shouldn't be trying to literally assassinate someone you politically disagree with. You know. Unless you're so scared about your position and power in the White House that you can't have him changing anything that you have established with yourself. And we know Biden is connected to some, let's say, very, very bad people that loan him a lot of money to make sure that things are the way they are. That's why I said I never believed Obama was running the country. It has to be her. Come on, man. Who else would fucking take that guy out? I mean, Obama potentially, maybe. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but
there's no way that this came from anyone political. This guy, like I said, this guy is too fucking incompetent. There's no way this came from someone political in the sense that all of those lovely 36 suicides came from people who were friends with Hillary Clinton. No, this was the left fucking rabble rousing. They're crazy. It's just like Drunken Emerald was saying that this is creating a violent stir and letting the fucking dogs go loose.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This was not, I do not believe in any way, shape, or form this particular hit came from anyone connected to the actual political establishment.
No.
And I'm sorry, Kamala's too dumb to be in charge. It's very obvious.
That's what they want you to think.
Women cannot walk and speak at the same time. She's too stupid.
You know what's funny, guys?
Potentially. Like, wouldn't that be the biggest ruse for her to fake doing all that and be the evilest person on this planet? Wouldn't that be crazy? Don't be crazy, right? A possibility to think that.
I just had a thought. So suddenly the plot for The Boys season 4 doesn't seem so far fetched anymore.
Nate, you're losing the plot. The plot's over here. Then you're over there.
Okay, I haven't been keeping up with The Boys because they started going way off comic.
No, something like this happened recently, and all of a sudden you've got two different political parties fighting with each other. I mean, it's pretty on the nose, don't you think?
Well, there's a lot of people out there talking about, well, he didn't actually get killed, but this could very easily be a Franz Ferdinand situation all over fucking again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the whole reason that Franz Ferdinand thing happened was because of all these secret fucking treaties and all these backroom deals that after World War I, everyone said, okay, this was really stupid. We shouldn't have done it like this. And guess what we've been doing for the last couple decades? Making secret treaties, and everyone else is getting their own fucking coalitions together for... Ugh.
Oh, keep in mind, you know how like Biden and Kamala are very popular with black people, certain black people. Trump had been winning. Trump had been winning.
Not for a long time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know how the media likes to trick people on that. Trump had been literally going to like blackest of black areas where you think like they probably hate this man too. No, they actually love that guy.
They come out and they cheer.
Dude,
that's so bad. I just lost at everything.
My workplace is in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, dude. And it is probably one of the most ghetto places in the
You
fucking
hanging around
state.
black people?
Dude, 95% of the people I work with are black. And occasionally
That's not
we'll
good.
talk. No, hold on.
Don't keep your wallet
Okay.
around them.
No, dude, they're good, dude. Stop.
MSA.
But, dude, and of course, sometimes we'll do guy talk and sometimes politics will come up. I haven't talked to a single person at work that has looked me in the eye and said that they, appreciate anything Biden has done.
Because he
Nobody.
hasn't done anything.
He hasn't done shit for nobody. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. He hasn't done shit for nobody, dude.
That's not true. He's done so much for the cartels.
Yep.
And
And China.
Okay. That's two people he's helped out.
Oh,
it's like
and
thousands of
his
people
and
in
his
those
crackhead
organizations,
son,
but-
and his just his family in general. Let's see. No, it's all self. I mean, it's all for himself. That's
Vagabond said next week Nate needs to come on with a do-rag and a chain.
He starts sagging his pants. He starts talking like Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
He starts talking about how he's chopped liver.
My name is what? My name is what?
Oh shit! I mean, he hangs out with the ghetto types. Oh no, the Sigas. Oh my god. Oh shit! It's just crazy that we've got at this point where these guys have attempted to, but will ultimately fail to, jail political opponents, literally murder them. I believe someone there set it up. There's no way there's so many red flags that we've seen out of these crazy people. I mean, remember the Fauci thing that just happened like not too long ago, revealed that he was just making up some bullshit. Come on, there's so many bad people there. And then not only that, the news perpetuated these bad lies to people and spread them out ad nauseum. Then there's another video I just watched just a second ago before I came out to talking to you guys. There's a lady who was in a bar, and I think in New York, obviously a huge fucking city. All the TVs are not even showing what happened to Trump. They're playing fucking The Bachelorette. Oh yeah, great. Thank you so much for letting the people know what's happening.
Well, I didn't see it happen live. Did they cut the camera feed when it happened?
No, they kept it running.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
and
stuff like
they
that,
did show video of the guy dead. So there is video of him actually dead.
Yeah,
up on the roof. At first, they were kind of reporting what they saw dragging a body. They were reporting that was the shooter originally. That was the person that was the individual that got hit in the head.
Yeah, there was an ER doctor there, and he went running towards where someone was screaming. So he shot. So he ran towards the and he did what he could to try to stabilize him. And it was like, but when he said, "I could already see brain matter," I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So where did this happen again? Just
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of gun-tooting rednecks in Pennsylvania. How did they not kill this pansy beforehand?
Maybe he's not from there. Also, supposedly there was one younger dude who said, I saw some weirdo climbing up on roofs, and I tried to tell the cops, tried to get them to tell the Secret Service.
Right now. Yeah, we're going to go over that video after I go over this one tweet. Now, that's also crazy. Keep in mind, a dude is like, hey, man, this literally would happen in movies. They'd be like, hey, man, that guy's crawling on the windows with a gun. People are like, oh, he's cool. What?
What? The question was, did he tell the cops, ask to get the cops so that the cops could tell the Secret Service, or did he try to tell the cops, and did he also try to tell the Secret Service? That's the big question for me, because if he told the cops and told them, you need to tell the Secret Service, and the cops didn't, then that's on the cops being like, no one's that stupid, or no one would do that, or being in on it, or whatever else.
The cops did
but
know.
If he also tried to tell the Secret Service, and the Secret Service completely ignored him as well, that's a much bigger issue.
That's really bad.
My problem is the fact that they weren't even the Secret Service weren't even covering that roof. That was a clear shot. There's tweets out there of the satellite view of it with the lines, and that's like 101. That is literally a clear shot, no trees, no obstructions, right to where Trump is. And you guys were not covering that.
It's where his Overwatch should have been.
Yeah.
And he still fucking missed. The pansy.
But
you know what's crazy is, I'm glad that person who shot at him and killed his people is dead. I do.
Yeah.
But in a weird way,
fuck him.
I would have wanted to keep him alive to ask him a question and why did he do it? Who made him do it? You know, because if you find out who made him do it or paid him to do it, then you find
he
the
was just
real
crazy
people.
and did it on his own.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Actually, you know
maybe.
what? I'm kind of glad. I'm partly glad that I'm hoping he was killed before he realized that he didn't even get what he was hoping for.
Stupid. Here's the thing. Stupid is as stupid does, dude. I mean, screw him. People, like I said, people who think like that and do shit like that, in my opinion, they don't deserve to be breathing the exact same air as me, dude. I don't feel safe. Sorry. He got what he deserved.
I mean, as Drunken said, like, I'm sorry. That is where their Overwatch should have been. That was such a perfect vantage point.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of that could possibly be an excuse is supposedly someone recently leaked, like a couple hours ago or something, like not long after this happened, someone leaked that supposedly the head of Trump's Secret Service group has been asking for more security over and over and over, and said we can't fully deal with all the situations we're at. We would normally have more than this at this time in like even if he hadn't been the former president, he'd be getting more security than this normally. We need more men.
And the Homeland Security has kept denying that coverage. Keep in mind too that looking at the other candidates, while currently polling, RFK Jr. is currently polling at like 9% or 10%, and the White House and Homeland Security are refusing to give him Secret Service protection.
They've been refusing since he basically became a candidate, and it's like you can't. I mean, of course, you can do that because our DOJ is so corrupt and so broken at the moment that you can do anything. But it's like,
all right, you know, there's always been a joke amongst people in my family. Are we likely to see a civil war or World War III first? And it's getting to a point where it seems like it's flip-flopping every single week.
I say, but I'm more in line of it being both.
Yeah.
At the same time,
part of the problem is if we have a civil war, the amount of potential instability in the rest of the world will lead to World War III.
Yep,
exactly.
That's how World War I started. Franz Ferdinand. And then, that happenings caused a civil war and the uprising in Russia, which then stabilized the entire region and led to the First World War.
Yeah.
And also just because if this stuff hasn't come out already, it's probably going to come out later down the line. Have they identified the person yet? Like who did it?
They have the one that they claiming was the person, but the image of the dead individual on the roof looks a little too thin to be the one that they were claiming was the one who did it.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta respond to Walter. Walter says it's a civil war because of one jackass. You guys are talking wild. No, I'm not saying it's a civil war. There's a lot of people online that are saying it is.
It's trending again. It's trending
right now.
And it's not that one son of a bitch is the civil war. It's that one son of a bitch causes civil wars.
Yes,
they're the one. They're the last straw or the.
I've already said
or whatever. I mean, if John Brown hadn't did what he did, the Civil War might not have happened for another 3 to 5 years.
Yep.
This son of a bitch is dumber than John Brown.
Yeah. Walter said there should be a unifying moment, not a moment of discourse. Yeah, you're right. And you know what, dude? If somehow, some way, this country does go to a go to hell in a handbasket, I'm just gonna stay calm. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna play Rebel Assault 2 on the PlayStation 1.
But it's not a unifying moment when you have so many people out there that are going, "Oh, it's fake." Oh, or going out there and saying, "Oh, 2 inches and we would have saved democracy."
Yeah,
when you have that, you have too many people like that.
And you know the people who say that shit, like I said earlier, you were seriously screwed up in the head, and you probably need to get checked out.
I blame Reagan for closing the mental institutions.
Yeah,
make asylums great again. This is what I want to show you people, because I know depending on who the shooter is, the race of the shooter will definitely be called into question. Now, as you guys know, for me, I always say black people are very violent. If that person is revealed to be black or a person of color or minority who causes crime, if that person's black, I'm having a field day. I'm about to do backflips on stream because black people are very violent.
Yeah, almost all the images. Almost all the images show that either one of the 2 options were white.
White or white Hispanic or Hispanic or light skinned white Hispanic.
You guys almost gave me a Christmas present that a black person attempted to do that. Fucking hell, man.
I do not agree with anything this man said, for the record.
I do. I agree with me. I'm just pointing out that if the person was black, all those black people are violent, crazy.
Dude, I wouldn't care if he was some rainbow unicorn from outer space. He's still a piece of shit.
Okay, I want to bring up this because it was trending on my timeline. Oh, obviously, as you guys can see, like Tiny was DMing me, asking me where we're gonna hang out, go to dinner, all that stuff. You know, just as you guys can see that, obviously.
Wait, she was asking you, or you asked her? There's a difference.
I sense a little bit of projection.
Yeah. The online discussion surrounding a recent shooting incident. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Reflects widespread concern amongst users about the potential racial identity of the shooter.
Who cares?
Many users express fears that if the shooter is identified as black, Muslim, or a person of color, the POC, a piece of shit, it could lead to negative stereotypes and widespread racial backlash. There is a notable sentiment that if the shooter was not white, their identity and race would be even more prominently featured in media coverage right now. Well, that second part is true. That latter part is
I want you to think about this. Somebody died today, and these fuckers are worried about stereotypes.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep. The overall discussion highlights a significant worry about the implications of the shooter's race on public perception and potential stereotyping. No, black people are violent. Fuck what anybody says. There's stats to prove that.
Hey, Sahaj twins.
Pray to God the shooter was a cis white man, or we're never gonna hear the end of it.
Oh.
Can someone remind me what cis means?
You were born with the sex that we're mentioning afterwards.
You're not mentally. It means that you're not a mentally ill individual.
It means I'm a normal functioning human.
You're
being.
a normal functioning human being.
If the person who shot at him isn't a straight white guy, we are so fucked. Who's this we? 18 and bi. I'll get the fuck out of my face. Shut up.
You're 18 and you got bi in your fucking profile. You don't know shit, dude. Shut up.
Please don't let the shooter be black. That's all I'm asking.
If they're 18 and they have bi in their profile, it just means they're a virgin who hasn't figured it out what they want yet.
Huh. Why are you taking shots at me?
You're not 18, dumbass.
Oh, God damn. The shooter was an ass. He missed like 8 shots.
WZ MSK perpetuates that onto himself. I'm not speaking for everyone else. Just saying.
Good Lord. What else we got here? Let's start taking bets now if the shooter was a tranny. Okay.
Good old Melanie Mac.
Good old there.
I mean, I'm not gonna say she's wrong, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, statistically proven, black people cause a lot of crime, and hey, it's not racist to point those things out, even though
if it was a transmission, if it was a
Decepticon,
if it was a transmission, then it just adds to their. It is explainable for their actions in the sense that of their mental illness and the fact that we have seen a lot of this type of violence. And if their left is constantly saying, and that group is constantly saying it's a genocide against us, especially if the Republicans get in power, that would be in their own mental illness would be justification for taking a shot.
And you know what? Once again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Until they start rounding you guys up and putting you in concentration camps, I don't want to hear shit about genocide. Okay.
Yep.
Just saying. You obviously are not smart enough or mature enough to fully comprehend what genocide means.
This has happened. Star Wars Go tweeted this. The people who make your children's cartoons are condoning murder and attempted murder. This guy had said you had one job.
Oh, is this about
Single lives in Portland? Oh, L. Nope. Mega L. Portland, that's an automatic L.
I've been on Facebook for 15 years, and I don't think my profile has that many attachments on it. Good Lord.
Mark Hamill. What did Mark Hamill say about Donald Trump's assassination? What did he say 5 hours ago?
He hasn't said shit, probably.
Because he knows it. Yep, I think he knows better.
Yeah, he knows better this time around.
Look in his replies. Look in replies.
Okay.
You know,
see if he's replied to anything.
Oh, that's a cute baby.
This is okay.
Nope,
No.
doesn't look like it.
A vote for anyone other than Joe is a vote for Trump. That's all we got. That's a.
You know, I'll say this: if Trump was smart, you know what his next slogan needs to be after this whole thing boils over? It needs to be "Make asylums great again."
This was Grace Randolph's legendary tweet she put out around about 30 minutes after what had happened. Now, keep in mind, this must be getting. She must be getting some hard fun, but she deletes this shit after like 30 minutes. That's bad. This lady like never deletes tweets anyway. She has some of the most L opinions ever. And as I always say, outside of Tiny and a few other women in my life, women voting is the reason why. Like, read this. Read how dumb of logic this is and tell me, does this sound good to anybody? This is what she says. This is just getting insane in every possible way. No shit. Have you been living under a rock? What the fuck? Thank you for stating obvious shit like the sky's blue. I don't want to talk politics anymore. While immediately later in this tweet, talk about politics. And that's a person that's going to be able to vote.
I don't want to talk about politics, but anyway, vote for Joe Biden.
Well, no, but you don't get to blame this on her being female.
Dang it.
You live in California. Go walk out your fucking door and ask every guy as well as every girl.
You live in California too.
Exactly. So I'm well aware that it is
That's
not
why
just
she
females
knows.
who are this stupid who will still vote blue no matter who, even when they watch their kids walk over needles and human feces and everything else.
Yeah.
You don't get to blame this on her being female. This is her being a fucking blue no matter who brain dead Democrat.
Yeah,
You do not get to put me or anyone else of my actual gender in the same category.
I said except you.
To be
Except
fair,
me and a couple other females. No. I'm sorry. I have to stand up for the whole rest of the.
Oh my god!
Thank you very much.
she had to stand up for the rest of the women that are not total morons. And I mean, she is right. I mean, this isn't a woman thing. This is just a dumbass thing. She's just an idiot.
It's a leftist view, a completely brainwashed leftist take.
I'm tired of. I'm tired of talking about politics.
And then I moved to California. I mean, I did have a few years in Texas. I miss it so much.
You live in New York too.
I'm sorry.
You sounded so sad.
I have been surrounded by the most insane blue fucking leftists that exist my entire life. I am well aware that it doesn't matter what gender or race or anything else they are. It's being a blue leftist. That's what rules their illogic and their thought processes.
Also, want to point out,
Tiny, I hope you bring
one thing really quickly. Was I think a few people, I think Pearl and a few other people I pointed out, they're like, you can definitely check it where even if women are presented with shit that's really bad, they'll still just go with the option that's really bad.
Not all women. Sorry.
A, not all women. B, it's how it's presented to them. And C, if you believe anything that comes out of Pearl's mouth, we need to fucking get you to a therapist.
She's white. She's definitely believable. I don't want to talk politics anymore as this is getting very serious no matter what happened. This is just getting serious. No, lady, we've been at serious. They tried to jail this guy a few months ago. What's wrong with you?
Tell me your cheese slid off your cracker without telling me that your cheese don't slid off your cracker, okay?
I've never heard that particular version of
You've never seen The Green Mile? They say that in The Green Mile.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
I saw Green Mile, but I do not remember that particular.
Yeah, it's when I think it's when Percy finally goes insane. He's like, "Is he all right? I think his cheese slid off his cracker."
I'm just saying, Tiny, can I put the cheese on your cracker?
What?
What?
Mama Tiny, where you at? Get this man.
You're really lucky she's asleep.
He said, and no matter who is on the ticket, it's a ballot, you incompetent buffoon. No matter what happens, I will be voting Democratic come November. Now, I don't care about. I don't want to talk politics. Here, I don't care. She's going to choose to vote Democrat, whatever. But this right here is so stupid. I don't want to talk politics anymore. But then proceeds to immediately just double down talking about politics. Just put this in like the column, like women posting their L's, dude.
L,
like the saddest ones.
At biggest L across the board right now. I don't like politics, guys, but vote blue. Bitch.
Okay,
stupid.
now I will say I hate doing this. I really do. But I got to come into the yeah, I really don't. But I got to come to I have to actually come to the defense a little bit of Grace.
Okay,
MSK, it
I'm curious.
it
What are
is
you gonna say?
because he went. It's who's on the ballot. No, she's saying who's on the ticket, the Democratic
Oh.
ticket. I don't care who's running as the Democrat. I'm voting
Yeah.
Democrat. So that's my only defense. Otherwise,
Well,
yeah, it's a shit take.
Okay,
But-
good point. You know what? I will retract my statement a little bit. You're right.
So it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it's Joe. It doesn't matter if it's Kamala. It doesn't matter if it's Big Mike.
Yeah,
She's
you're right.
voting blue.
Grace said MSK reminds me of the flies John Coffey pukes up in the green aisle.
Then you have this right here where Alyssa Mercante put this out. This was 12 minutes ago. So Gromes asked her, "Did you tweet and delete these, Alyssa Merck?" She blocked me a while ago because I said she was a racist bitch, and then I asked to eat her ass, and then obviously she blocked me. She said, "Trump shooters revealed." What a horrible joke!
Well, here's the thing. You could take that joke in many different kinds of contexts.
The storm shooters can't aim. That's literally what.
Yeah, that's the joke, but does she mean it as like a true joke, or is she saying, "Oh, he should have not missed"? Like, what's the context behind that post?
Well, considering her entire side and everything has been pushing him as Palpatine, it doesn't really make any sense because then the stormtrooper would be on his side, not trying to kill him. So are they? She now admitting that Trump is the actual rebellion?
I don't even know the opinions anymore. These guys change so much. I did have one lady that I follow because she has some really big tits. And she said she said I hate him deep. Oh my goodness. Right. I don't want to go down her thing a little too much. She's an interesting person, I'll say that. But I like me some Space Ghost sometimes. You know, she's cracked out ways crazy left person at all. I hate him deeply. All I did was just retweet this, and I said, even if you do, attempting to murder him is not the way. Just saying, you can have like sensible people that agree with murder being wrong. You know, it's very, very simple. This lady doesn't like him at all. Like this. Just saying, it's pretty apparent she don't like this guy. But just saying, if you don't like somebody, you can't go up and murder them. You know, unless there are specific situations where that's okay. Obviously,
it's like I said, if it was Joe Biden up there and he got shot at, even I would say that's screwed up.
This is wrong.
You can't do
this
that.
This should not be happening. This is not what we do in this country.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is that they are attempting to take out. We do not do this in our country.
You know, it's funny we bring up that tweet about that one person saying, "Oh, we were like 2 inches away from democracy." No. If anything, this is the kind of shit that completely destroys democracy. This kind of behavior right here is what gets rid of it. This is the line in the sand you just don't cross.
Again, democracy is a dog whistle. In my opinion, democracy is a dog whistle. Democracy just means our power, our control. It's a threat to our power, our control, our ownership of this country. When I say our democracy, because again, we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. I don't know. It's called the Battle Hymn of the Republic, not Battle Hymn of the Democracy.
That's true.
Good point. Yeah.
One nation under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for
all. In the Pledge of Allegiance itself.
Do I get my Captain America jersey? America. Ugh. Do I get a flag? Ugh. I need my America jersey. Oh my God, he was ready. Holy shit.
I need to put it up. I need to put it on the wall behind me. I swear.
Oh,
it's gonna happen.
The people that are saying this is staged, they killed the guy who tried to do it.
And he killed an innocent bystander. So once again, if you think this is staged,
you're critically injured another one.
Yeah. If someone's saying this is staged, you need your head checked. Actually, go buy a brain. They sell them at Walmart.
Buy a brain.
Oh no, I've already started.
Please.
I've already started going and watching who I'm following on Twitter.
Yeah.
And if they're celebrating or any kind of making any
unfollow,
hints,
block.
I'm unfollowing, unmuting. I don't block. I'll mute.
Tiny, does that mean we can go buy a brain for MSK?
They have them on sale at Walmart.
The Chinese will give you almost any organ you want for enough money.
Wait, Drunken, they're at Walmart and marked down from 10 just for him.
Well, if you buy in bulk, you can get more for cheaper.
Oh man. Walter says Captain America reshoots on the way. No way the assassination attempt scene is staying in the movie after today.
Actually, that's very possible that will be gone.
Yeah, I would
That's
not.
it's a good point.
But again, it goes back to what I was saying last night about the movie. They're going to, if they take the assassination attempt out of the next Captain America, then that is an obvious that yes, the president is a Trump stand-in, which means they've not course corrected at all when it comes to Marvel and Disney.
They should just recast Trump. Walter different mustache.
Walter says, "I'm dead serious." Nate, I know you're serious. That's what makes it funny. Gray said Red and Orange Hulk origins though.
Oh my god. Okay. Just because it's so crazy how we got the Captain America Brave New World trailer yesterday and this happens. Okay.
Not even 24 hours apart.
Bro, Sam Wilson is Captain America now, black guy. You know, your team's compromised.
Stop. Oh, stop. No! I don't think this guy was a Trump guy. I'm just saying.
No.
But that would be absolutely insane if he was. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, a bunch of people in our comment section are like, "This is staged."
I don't care. They can all go fuck themselves. Somebody died today, man. Like, you don't say that kind of that's like the people who say 9/11 was staged, and whether or not you believe in democracy, whether or not you believe in conspiracy theories or not, people still died.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So, I mean, whether you think it's fake or not, somebody still died. So, like,
that's not fake.
like, show some respect for the victims, and just be a decent human being and have some sympathy, dude. Like, God, it's not that hard.
And piss on the shooter.
Yes,
piss on him, but pour gasoline on him, set him on fire, that kind of stuff.
I say, I mean, that's one of those. Just I know what? Let's go old school, medieval. And chop his body up and spread it all across in the oceans.
Guys, I
hear nothing to commemorate, nothing for them to attempt to deify.
I hear they have a really nice sale on wood chippers at Lowe's, guys.
I think we went over the cost of.
I think we
renting.
did. That was funny. I need to call up Strider because I think he's the one that came up with that number. Oh man, we need to give him the Halloween Ends treatment. Just put him in a compactor.
And here comes Destiny with the sweep of all sweeps. Get the brooms out, people. Woo, let's get them brooms. Brooms in the chat, please.
There's really sweeping. There's really people sweeping for this shit.
Sweeping. We're talking like broom to the ground, actual sweeping. It's the same sweeping that Tiny does for Luffy in One Piece. Love you.
Leave her alone. All right.
Destiny says, I will say, I was worried for a minute about what would happen to Biden if he ordered this.
What?
Okay.
What?
But
wait,
then I remember,
no. It goes in line with what Harry Sisson had said. When the Supreme Court came out talking about presidential immunity, essentially Harry was calling for exactly kind of what just happened being ordered by Biden.
But then I remember, thank God, conservatives all agree the president has absolute criminal immunity when acting as his role as commander-in-chief.
So we should just kill him? Is that what you're trying to say?
Basically. Yep. Oh, I was going to say that. You can't glorify violence on Twitter.
Seriously?
Yeah. No, that's exactly Destiny's doing exactly what Harry was doing that caused Harry to get a knock at the door by the Secret Service.
Tiny, just because I want to change the subject a little bit. First year of a 100-year quest is amazing. Just saying. I watched it on Crunchyroll.
Oh,
right. What?
No, I'm just like I can't wait to watch it. But
it's good.
I'm talking to two different people that we might watch it and react together. So I'm
awesome.
So I haven't seen it yet, and I really, really, really want to see it.
I won't say anything. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
Start the rapture.
Someone cooked.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
Oh
Oh,
no!
no!
Oh god!
no!
Are you a retard? Yes. Wait, hold on. So you're retarded? Now what?
Jesus,
I don't.
see
I
what
just
you've
put
done for
something in.
other people.
I've just put something in the private chat. I don't know
I'll look at it.
if it's accurate or not, but definitely not going to be able to be showed on YouTube.
Oh no, we can't. Oh god.
That I'm gonna raise a eyebrow to that. I don't know. That looks a little.
I don't know. A cop. Let's see. Gun in the back. It looks like. It looks like the roof. I mean, it does potentially look like it might be.
Yeah,
It'd be
but
weird to get leaked.
Yeah, how could you even get something like that leaked?
Well, it would have to have come from the agents up on the roof, or just if it was the agents and a cop that happened to be there.
Once again, man. I mean,
again, like I said, I can't back it.
Nope. But even if it is real, screw him. He was a piece of human trash.
Yeah.
You don't try to kill people just because you disagree with them. That's wrong. I'm trying to read some of these comments.
I'm loving. I love this one.
What?
Okay, putting in the private chat.
Yeah, because we're trying not to get MSK banned here.
Right.
I'm just saying.
No,
right
this
now.
this one's actually tame.
No,
okay.
Because there was. I wanted to bring this up because you know how there was that video of the guy saying what was happening. There's video that came out right now from Tenet Media, just 40 minutes ago, where they literally see the guy shooting, right? And then the guy in the video said, "We're like asking some questions," and it's like, dude, someone on that team is slipping the wrong way. If someone, I'm just saying, because I know they can't cover everything because like less men, trying to say it earlier, but the fact that people, you were let known that this person's climbing on the roof.
Homelander was right, boys.
Just saying.
I'm just fucking around.
Those words should never be uttered.
Well, Homelander was right. No,
Yes.
No, he's completely not right. That's shit. Starlight was right. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There we go. I love Starlight, by the way. She's amazing.
Wow. Now let me go over. I don't know if I can play this video in here.
I wish they'd bring back Queen Maeve, though. I miss my queen.
You know how twisted she is in the actual comics, right?
I've read some of the comics, and I know. Trust me. And so they dumbed her way down for the show, and you know what? That's perfectly fine with me.
They dumbed her down, and they toned down her.
People who say the boys show is fucked up clearly
have never read the comics. The comics are so much worse.
Oh man, MSK,
All
what
right.
are you trying to bring up?
Your butthole?
No, that's not happening ever in a million years.
Why can't you just spread
is that
that
Logan
shit?
Paul?
Why can't you just spread that shit?
I was like, what the fuck is Logan Paul doing here?
Okay.
Well, you can see, you can tell he definitely is a pro-Trump guy. I mean, he dyed his hair orange.
Oh my god!
He looks like he got struck by lightning, my guy.
No, that's a real life Super Saiyan right there. That shit is going hard, dude.
He was training with Vegeta and Goku off camera as we speak.
And watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up. And probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but
I have no idea.
You noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots
5
came from
shots?
100%.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
He was up there.
Yeah.
If you listen to the clip during when he was talking, you can hear like 5 pops.
He shot at that son of a bitch 5 times and missed all 5. What a fucking loser! Rest in burning
Like
hell.
I know people
Piece
don't
of
like
shit.
I know people don't like Andrew Tate, but this is also something he says a lot too, which is like, if they don't like you, they will just try to cancel you. If that doesn't work, they'll try to put you in jail, and if that doesn't work, they'll just kill you. Just
That's
saying,
exactly
they'll try to happen.
And that's
Also-
what Tucker Carlson was saying.
Yeah,
Also, I'm
those
trying to
three
make a
all
joke
happened
here,
in
but
order.
This guy right here is a total dude, bro. Trump support.
Oh my god,
he's a total dude, bro.
For a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the.
And he's
Secret
got a beer in his hand.
Service on the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
Binoculars?
Him? Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But
His
why
thing's got Donald Trump on it. It says wanted. That's awesome.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching. But you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
I want to ask you guys this because there are
I'm
some
sorry,
people.
no. That interviewer is so British, and he's like this guy's just like, nah, they blew his head off. It's over. He's like, you think they shot him? He's like, dude, we know what we saw. We know what it is, and you just need more guns in your country to understand what's going on here.
Do you know what he sounds like? And this is for all you wrestling fans out there. He sounds like William Regal. if you've watched wrestling, that guy sounds like William Regal, dude. I was gonna say, shit, it just left my thought. What is wrong with my mind today? This whole situation's got my mind screwed up.
this is getting old.
I'm 25, dude. Shut your whore mouth.
Oh,
Damn
remember
kid.
the other legendary sweep that this one state tried to do? I think it was Colorado. Remember they tried taking him off the ballot in general? Remember that earlier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's that attempt.
They've
to
actually just
cancel,
tried
attempt-
everything.
Oh yeah. And that again, going right back, like I said earlier, right back to what Tucker was saying. That was just in the list of things that they're trying everything possible, and eventually it's just going to escalate to this point. We've now seen it in action.
Trying to remember what I was gonna say earlier. I just cannot think it. God, I hate it when this shit happens to me, dude.
God, Tiny, you need to stop being on my mind. I'm just thinking about you too much.
What?
What? All right. So, yeah, what a crazy day that this has been. But you know what we need now? The Kids' Choice Awards, hosted by SpongeBob and Patrick.
No, I can go without that. I'm good.
I think we all can go without that.
Let's watch old Power Rangers episodes. Those always make me feel good.
That's kind of gay.
Amy Jo Johnson in 1993, dude. Damn. Well, even now, damn.
Wow.
What?
This guy, Rep. Stephen Woodrow, said the last thing America needed was sympathy for the devil, but here we are.
Oh yeah, no,
Huh?
this is the whole point. So we'll go back down in history.
Now he's Satan?
After
What?
Yeah, I know. After Kennedy was killed, there was a uniting of the country, even though Republicans were not in favor of Kennedy, not in favor of LBJ, but there was still a unifying moment of this is not acceptable in this country. This shouldn't be going on. This shouldn't be happening. What's going on with this country? Now look at what's happening. You had an attempted event today, and look what's happening. Politicians are coming out and saying, "Oh, still calling him the devil," still coming out and saying that, making comments like, "Well, he wish he had better aim." I mean, this is not, and not even the same. We are not in the same country as we were back in the 60s. Nowhere near close when it comes to the America coming together and saying this is unacceptable behavior.
And I want to say this is going to bring people together, and you know what? In some ways, it is, and I completely agree. But we are so divided as a nation. This is probably going to divide people even more in some ways too, which is sad to think about.
Did I haven't even checked my Facebook yet? Oh my god, that's about to be
that picture of the supposed POS up close. If you look at the roof one where the guy above, it is the same colored shirt. The hair is laid out in the same place with the blood splats exactly the same from a shot from a little bit further away. I would tend to believe that shot of up close of the guy's face is real.
If it is true, and if it is real, they fucked him up. Rightfully so.
It blew his fuck brains out. Damn.
Yeah, that's not blood. That's part of brain matter. That's not blood.
Oh god, yeah.
You guys remember that line that Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider has in Spirit of Vengeance, where he turns and looks at the camera after he beats Homeboy, and he's like, "Roadkill." That's kind of how I feel about this.
But it just proves their original Antifa guy as being the shooter.
Yeah. Which is, pretty funny because Antifa is definitely not above this. if it came out
also today, Antifa attacked there was a church prayer something going on in downtown Portland, and they got permission to do it, and they had everything, and Antifa showed up and attacked everybody there.
Yeah. When you want to know what Republicans, when they get into office, need to immediately declare Antifa a domestic terrorist group.
Skippy.
That's what they are.
Right. That's exactly what they are.
Another white man is here.
Hey, society.
A white man of God.
What up?
So nothing happened much today.
Did something happen while I was gone?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's been a completely normal day, man. We're just shooting the shit and talking like we do every Saturday.
I decided to unplug, play a little 2K today. So I was like,
Tiny decided to marry me, and she didn't offer herself.
Okay, well, we all know that didn't happen. So
okay,
right. Fake news.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Tiny
decided to basically tweet that I was the hottest, sexiest man she ever met in her life. That I have the riz of a god. Actually,
make asylums great again.
All
Tiny,
right.
what's your mom's phone number so I can tell on it? So I can tell on MSK to her.
Hello? Who's that?
She's asleep, but she's got plenty of past history to deal with.
Anyway, society, what do you think about this whole situation?
Do you really want to know what I think? Because what I think might upset a few of you people here. So do you really want to know?
Dude, we've had a lot of opinions about this tonight. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, then.
If you offend me, you're a racist, white bigot, homophobe, Nazi, everything.
Okay, guy who's sleeping on his Vizio box.
That's not a that's a Roku box, and there's a TV in there.
Yeah, okay.
Prove it.
Great. Yeah, prove it right here live on stream.
Yeah,
don't worry. I'll give you time to set up here.
I dare you. I dare you to mount the TV right now.
What the fuck? Half naked on stream? Hell yeah!
Put pants on, you nasty motherfucker. No,
now
why do you never have pants on?
Why do you never have pants on?
I do mostly have pants on.
Mostly? What are you saying?
My camera's off. I can have anything I want.
Can I see?
You know what? That is true. She can do that. Anyway.
So I have a couple of posts here that I revived because, I'm for one am not shocked to have heard or seen what happened here today. I think if anyone's actually legitimately shocked, they have not been paying attention to what's been happening in our country for the last several years.
I don't think anybody's shocked, dude.
Right. So this is what a post I made back in May, and it says here that we all know that this is back when they were trying to arrest Trump to keep him out from running again. And I said that we all know this is a last-ditch effort to keep Trump from winning the election. If this doesn't work, the only option that they'll have left is to shoot him. And I said this back in May. Not really surprised there. About a month later, this is when Biden's brain went cuckoo bananas during the whole press conference. They got exposed to the world that actually this guy isn't as well and normal as everyone pretending that he was. Said this, it's like, yeah, they're going to have to shoot Trump at this point to keep him out of the White House because Biden is cooked, and he is in fact cooked. So to hear that at one of his rallies, a shooter tried to assassinate Trump today to take him out of the running for the White House does not surprise me whatsoever. I've been saying this for months now, and I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long, but this kind of confirms to me that the fact that they legitimately tried to have, and look, this is what the whole thing's going to be propped up is, right? Oh, this is some lone nut, some guy who just came out of nowhere and decided to, bypass multiple arms of Secret Service security to almost take out the soon-to-be president of the United States here. Just a lone wolf. Nobody with any government ties whatsoever had any connections to this dude at all. And it's like, if you honestly believe that, you're a fool. To me, this shows that they are absolutely desperate and scared because they know that there's nobody who they can prop up in 2024 to replace Biden to legitimately beat Trump in a fair election. They can't do it. They can talk about Michelle Obama. They can talk about Gavin Newsom and whatever name they can prop up here at the last minute. It's not going to work. So internally, they know, like, okay, we're screwed here. The only way to alleviate any power that we have left is that we have to get rid of them. And I feel like this is exactly like what happened here. Not surprised about what happened. I'll just put it this way. Divine intervention, possibly, because they should see here the bullet whiz past his ear. Let's put it very, very clear here. There's a lot of Democrats and leftists who have been oddly quiet today for the most of the part, but that's not
surprisingly, Mark Hamill, we were talking about earlier, Mark Hamill hasn't said shit about this.
All it took was an attempted assassination attempt for Democrats to stop talking about Trump on Twitter. It's shocking. That's all it took, right? But here's the thing. If the shooter had hit his target the way that he intended, there would be a multitude of leftists celebrating what had happened today. There wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. They would be openly celebrating and dancing Trump dead. That would be the headline, and they would be in jubilee right now if that were to have happened. The reason why they're quiet is because the guy failed. So put that into perspective. Now, on top of all that, let's just kind of look at it from a basic political standpoint here. Let's step back and look at it from an even bigger standpoint. I guess I'm the Christian voice of this whole show, and that's probably a sad state of affairs.
I'm more of the Jewish, Palestinian, Israeli voice here, Oh,
Jews and Palestinians do not go together. Shut up.
At least I'm not making that special Indian food. Holy shit. Oh God.
Bring our society back. Bring him back.
Well, he left actually willingly.
He's back. He's back.
He's black?
No, he's back. I didn't stutter.
Oh,
I speak words.
Oh, you're saying black people don't speak words?
No. That was protecting me.
Black people don't speak words. Tiny doesn't wear pants, and Emerald doesn't save the city.
I think you're confusing her with you. We definitely know you don't wear pants.
Pants are for losers.
You got up one time and almost had bare booty ass hanging out. Mr.
Oops.
Tiny doesn't wear
that's
pants.
A shocker.
Hey, my shit was thick, and a lot of girls love to smack it. Just saying.
Yeah, that was on me. I accidentally clipped my my camera there and it knocked me off, so I'm back down. But yeah, so I've looked at it from this. Chris, look, I've been saying this for months. I've been doing a series on the Bible lens for about a good year now. I think we're coming up on our 52nd episode, which should be a full year since I started this whole thing. And a lot of the episodes have been about biblical prophecy, end dates, talk, stuff like that. So I know it's probably a lot to get into in this time frame, but I'll kind of speed it up for you. If you know that there's a little thing in the Bible called the 7-year tribulation, people of Tiny's ilk know this as the 70th week of Daniel, right? And this is something that's been prophesied for about 2,500 years up to this point. And this is literally talking about the final 7 years, which can be described by some as hell on earth in many ways. But in the grand scheme of things, it's basically God's redemption of the nation of Israel. Like I said, we can talk about it a little deeper later on here, but that's kind of like where we're at there. Going even further than that, it talks about the things that are going to happen during this time period before the time period actually happens, right? Like if you go into Matthew 24, Jesus is very, very clear on this because he was asked by his disciples that during this time period, what is going to happen in the end of days? And he's very, very clear about talking about there's going to be wars, rumors of wars. There's going to be nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famine, pestilences, earthquakes, fighters, all of these events that have to happen before we get to the 7-year period, right? So when you pay attention to what's been happening to the world here, and I know it's very easy to get popularized into what's happening here in the United States, but the United States is not the only country that's seeing political uprising right now. Look at what's happening in the UK. Look what's happening in Argentina and in Italy and in France and all these other nations. We're seeing the exact same thing happening in this election year. If you've been paying attention to the world over the last, let's say, 10 months or so, you've known that the situation between Hamas and Israel has gotten very, very, let's say, fiery here or over the last few months. And it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better before it all collapses upon itself here, right? As we've seen, the entire world is taking a stand against Israel in a lot of countries. You see right here, you're going around, you're seeing, doesn't matter if it's Poland, the United States, Egypt, all these countries, everyone's flying the Palestinian flag and they're making a stance against Israel. All of these things have been spoken that they're going to happen. And I feel like now, and this is just my personal opinion, I can't speak for God, obviously. However, just my personal opinion, looking at things that are happening in the world, it feels like that we are very, very close to this event that has been prophesied for 2,500 years to take place very, very soon here. Now, does that mean that very, very soon is 2 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years, 15 years? I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and make a prediction, but I feel like that everything that is supposed to happen before we get to this point is about to happen. And when you look at the way that the world is stacked right now, everyone talks about, oh my God, like, who's the Antichrist? Is it Mr. Beast? Is it Elon Musk? I don't believe it's any of those guys, just for the record here. But if you look at the way that the world,
for sure.
It's Taylor Swift.
If she existed, it would be your ex-wife.
It's Taylor
Swift. But if you look at where the world is right now, we are primed because we are at each other's throats for a multitude of reasons, more divided than we've ever been before. I don't think that that's a coincidence that this is happening. And when you look at who the world is wild up against right now and the hatred that is building in the world right now, all you really need is a leader to rise up from the ashes or from the earth, whatever the case may be. All you need is a leader to come together and bring everyone together for one united, let's just say, ideology or
I see exactly where you're going with this.
All you need is just that one leader. It's like everyone's heart is already in the place to be right now for this whole thing to pop off. And it feels like that we're probably closer now to this point than we have been probably in human history. And I don't think that anything that you're seeing right now is a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence that the president of Iran, who just made very vehement death threats against Israel just a few months ago, just so happens to die in a plane crash just a couple months ago. Oopsie daisy, wonder how that happened. It's like, I don't think there's any coincidence to things that you're seeing going on in Turkey right now with their political situation. I don't think it's a coincidence what you're seeing with Russia and the
France,
Ukraine.
Paris.
We've heard the terms Gog and Magog plenty of times in both Old Testament and New Testament. I don't think that anything that's happening in our world right now is a coincidence. I think that if you look at the world objectively, look, we can all say that a lot of things have notably gotten worse for us in the last 10 years. On a small level, you guys have noticed that television shows and movies and comic books and everything you used to enjoy just sucks now. You can't really entertain it right now. You can't be entertained right now. Everything you once loved is absolute trash and garbage. The world is objectively getting worse. We're more divided now than we've ever been before, noticeably more divided now than we've ever been before. And there's a lot of big name players who are making a lot of threats right now, and there's a lot of acts that are happening that's like, if we just flip the switch just a little bit more, we're basically right there. So I look at it as that where in a lot of ways God is kind of alerting the entire world that hey, it's almost time. I've been warning you guys about this for 2,500 years. You can't ignore what's happening in the world anymore, because when it does happen, and let's just say it this way, certain people just end up missing one day and no one knows what happens, and everyone's freaking out. And out of all of the chaos that are happening in the world, there's this one guy who just so happens to be embraced by the entire world. And the entire world falls to this guy, and he happens to have all the power and the trust and the money and all these other things that are happening. And people are going to start asking themselves, I wonder if there was a book that's been out there for quite some time that prophesied all of these things to happen. I wonder if this is the event. And people are going to have to make a choice here. And you can not like this choice, but guess what? There's only going to be two ways. When this is all said and done, there's two options you have for yourself. You can choose the side of Satan and his elected leader and his elected false Christ. I'll get to that here in a second. Or you can choose Jesus Christ, because he is the only one who is going to save you from what comes next. He's the only one who's going to save anyone from what comes next. And things are going to get so bad, people are going to quite literally look for divine intervention as the only method to save them, because quite literally that's the only way to be saved. So that's my whole take on this whole situation on a small microscopic lens look at things. Trump almost being assassinated today does not surprise me in any way, shape, or form. I've been saying this for months. I think that this is just a small talk and a much bigger plan that we see unfolding in the world right now. And some people, I get it, they're going to listen to me and think that I'm just some wild conspiracy theorist. But like I said, look at what's happening in the world right now. Look at the players, what's happening in the world. Look what's happening in these countries right now. I don't think that anything that you guys are watching on the news, whether it's on Twitter, CNN, wherever the case may be, I don't think that anything that's happening right now is happening for a coincidence. I think it's happening for a reason. I think that we're pretty close right now to the end. And look, the end doesn't have to be a scary thing for people. It'll be a scary thing for unbelievers. It'll probably be a terrifying time for you, because that 7-year period is not going to be very friendly to, let's just say, people in our Jewish community, people in Israel. Let's be honest here. People who oppose the agenda that is going to be set forward, it's going to be a very, very difficult time for them. But that doesn't mean that all is lost. So if you're in the word and you know what's going on in here, blessed are you. If not, your time may be running out. That's all. I'll leave it at that. So
it's the final countdown. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But nah, dude, I think you're 100% right. Seriously.
Yeah.
Not to jokingly take away with it, but isn't one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse the members of the scissoring Sith witch cult? I mean, one of the signs.
the black dust. Yeah, that's. Well, I mean, dude, there's so many comments that I can make about that. I've only watched like one episode.
What? Hold on,
I just don't know.
We remembered Sigas today. What was some of the other Sith slurs we came up with?
Force monkeys.
Force monkeys.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Wow.
That was probably the best one.
This happened when you weren't here, and all we did was laugh about this shit for like 15
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Great. It was fucking amazing.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, like I said, that's what I think. What's going on? I'm interested to hear what you guys think of the events that are unfolding in the world right now.
I think people really just need to pull their heads out of their asses and realize that we're fighting over stupid shit, man. Like world peace should not be this fucking hard to get. I'm sorry.
I'll just say this.
Here's what I'll say to that just real quick too.
Yeah.
This whole idea of world peace, you have to understand that the whole idea of world peace is a lie to begin with, because this is what actually leads us to an individual like the Antichrist coming to power to begin with. Because
government.
When we're at a point where everyone is at each other's throats and things are really getting wild and really getting crazy, the world is going to look for a one world leader to kind of curl everyone's craziness, to bring everyone together. And it's going to be this false sense of, hey, we finally have peace, we finally scared, because now we're all rallying behind this guy, not realizing that is the part of the great deception.
I'm not even asking for people to rally behind anyone, man. It's just, I mean, what? So you believe something completely different than me? Oh, your skin color is different than mine. Yep. Because of that, I'm gonna kill you.
The the devil's minions are in play right now.
Yeah, dude.
The lies are out there, and people are believing the lies.
Dude, to me, I've always been raised to believe that it doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your race or where you come from. At the end of the day, dude, we all bleed the same fucking color blood, and at the end of the day, we're all going in the same fucking patch of dirt in the ground.
Except that's the whole problem. That's how you were raised. The problem is there are lots and lots and lots and lots of people raised very, very, very differently. And those people are not going to change. You might possibly be able to defeat those people and raise their children to believe what you believe. And hopefully, eventually, you get generations and generations that do believe that and are more peaceful and are more. That's what Western civilization is. We decided to stop killing each other over fucking blood feuds.
I'm not telling anyone to change. All I'm saying is for the sake of my children and my grandchildren's children.
The whole point is they have to change. You have to tell them to change. People who are raised to say that person over there is different from you. You should hate that person. Need to change. Most people aren't raised the way we're raised in this country. And even people in this country, most of them aren't raised the way you were raised anymore. I'm sorry. That's just not how children are raised anymore. And throughout most of the rest of the world, they've never been raised that way. Ever.
I can't believe that. I have to believe there are good people out there.
Well, there are.
Okay.
There are good people out there, but when you look at the raising of the children in Gaza, the way they're raised, they're literally raised to hate all Jewish people. They are raised that the Jewish people are evil and deserve to die. That is what Gazan children are taught from in school.
Thanks, Muhammad.
In nursery school.
Yeah.
Part of me just refuses to believe.
My Hebrew name is Ruth.
Go ahead.
Ruth was a high priestess of an evil god. She sacrificed children because of the evil god, because that was what she was raised with. She was told, this is the only God. This is the God you worship. This is who takes care of us. This is what you do. That's how she was raised. Then she met someone who was a follower of the one true God, and she was able to see a difference. But until you go out there and show people there's a difference, explain that there's something else out there, no one is ever going to change. You have to go out and show people and help people change. Because I'm sorry, most of the world is relatively insular. It used to be, it was our clan, and then our town or city state, and then our nation, and then our area, and then our region. The peace of the modern era has never happened before. The amount of international trade and international cooperation, everything that has happened in the last 100 to 150 years has never happened before at any other time in human history. The closest you could get would be the Pax Romana. This is literally a different time period than anywhere else in history, and you are such an unbelievably sweet and yet naive product of this time of peace. Historically speaking, nobody thought like that.
I will say this too, on Nate's point, I'm glad that you still have the hope in the world that there are people out there. And I'm not saying that everyone out there is just kind of like objectively evil, because there's this whole Calvinist take of things that the human heart is just like totally depraved, and we don't have I don't believe in like that.
You can't sit here and tell me that there aren't people in Russia, Ukraine, Palestine, or any of these countries that are 1,000% okay with what's fucking happening.
No, they're absolutely not.
Not at all.
They're not, but they're not in positions of power to make any difference. That's the difference, though.
And unfortunately, the people who are
and if you met them and you talk to them, they wouldn't say. They may say that I think that most people are equal, or I think that everyone deserves a try, or whatever. But most people in the world do not look at someone else and say, I don't care what your religion is, where you came from, what your family background is, what your clan is, what your whatever is. Most people, they think about that in a way that we just didn't when we were growing up.
Bring out the nukes.
I mean, they like to say that we always did, and they make America the most race-conscious place on the fucking planet. But
I never said that.
Racist.
But this is the problem, though. It's like
I'm like Ultron. Peace in our time.
But we've seen this in our nation. It's not just our nation. Like, there's a lot of other nations experiencing the exact same thing, but we can only look at it from our lens here in the United States. It's that we've seen the spirit of like nihilism just grow rampantly, especially like in the last like 10, 15 years. This, nothing really matters. Who really cares about anything? And people have truly adopted this and turned it into like their very own personality now. And we're seeing the ramifications of that. We're seeing what happens when people really truly don't care about one another. It's like people are on Twitter right now watching like videos of people getting like stomped out and murdered and hit by cars and just like laughing. Like I get
you got me thinking of, and this is probably going to be a really bad reference, but I know there's a lot of people that nag on Nickelback. The other day I was at work and I heard one of their songs kind of come over my earpiece. It's called If Everyone Cared. If you've ever heard the song, you know the lyrics and you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. And unfortunately, we're at a point right now where, a lot of people simply don't care, and they don't care about each other. They don't even care about themselves anymore. Like, I know a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about this story with, I'm not sure if you guys were here when I talked about this rapper Fulio, who just got gunned down a few weeks back. This is a guy who was, I guess, a drill rapper in Florida. And his whole shtick was that, he would make songs about people who, I guess, his enemies getting gunned down and killed. He went, one of the guys he was beefing with got killed. He shot a music video on the gravesite of his fallen enemy and made a diss track about him. Seriously. It's on the internet like right now. Like he's literally on top of his grave talking shit about the guy. And then you wonder why he ended up getting gunned down the way that he did a few weeks back. I believe there was a certain somebody who said you reap what you sow. And that's exactly what happened to him.
If everyone shared and swallowed their pride, we'd see the day where nobody died. That's all I'm gonna say.
but no, I mean, I get what you're saying, but this is like where we're at right now. It's like the love for our fellow man right now is at such like an all-time low. It's like it's so faint that people see the things that are happening in this world, and it's like it doesn't matter like what side of the aisle you are. And I've been very clear about how my side is on the whole Islam, Judaism like thing and whatnot.
Here's the thing.
I'm not going to sit here. Hold on, just real quick. I'm not just going to sit here like when people are getting killed like in these nations and be like, oh yeah, go team, go. It's like because when you understand the gravity of what is happening here and you understand the gravity of what happens when a human life is done and it's over and like there's no more chances after that, the realization of that makes me like, okay, there's no way you could possibly look at what's happening there and think to yourself that this in any way, shape, or form a good thing, a cool thing, or be happy when someone died, even if it's someone who, let's be honest, did not make it across the finish line. Let's put it that way. Even then, I can't sit here and be like, oh, that person's gonna burn in hell for all eternity. Good for them. It's like, I mean, really, the reality of it, this is nothing to celebrate and be happy about.
No. And I was going to say Drunken brought it up earlier, because the devil's minions are definitely at work in this whole thing. And for a long time there was a period of years where I was just very bitter towards people, man. I was bitter all the way through school, like middle school all the way through high school. I didn't like anybody. And for a long time I grouped people together. And it took me a very long time for me to sit there and accept the fact that that's not me, man. That's not what God would want me to do as a person. That's the devil getting inside my head and trying to make me doubt my faith in good, just people out there. They're out there. If we can rally them together and have them be heard, man, we can snuff this bullshit out. And, maybe that's just me trying to be too much of an optimist, but you know what? If that's what it is, so fucking be it. I can't sit here and believe that we're doomed because a couple jackasses in power just want to see everything crumble and burn. We can snuff them out.
No,
we can't.
The thing I'm going to say is, I mean, I'm not a religious person by any stretch of imagination. I don't really care. But I will say this, is that people who are in positions of power need to keep in mind this. They want to keep that no matter what it is. So that means by any means, what happened today or whatever situation that we've talked about, they will make sure that they are in that position of power. And if that position of power is threatened at any portion of their tenure of being the leader, they'll make sure murder, cancellation, censorship. It doesn't matter what it is, because people need to factor this in. A lot of the things that were built throughout history and time were built to a point where certain people can only get in. Well, you got to factor in if that's how you became rich and how your family's living and how you've been getting like endorsements. I mean, we just look at something recently. Nikki Haley, she was one of those flat broke, took money from China. Okay, now she's what, a millionaire, and she's trying to tell people how bad China is. You know,
well, I mean, look at
that.
I agree. Like, look at
Example.
I mean, not only just Nikki Haley, look at the entire like Washington outside of like Hollywood.
Nickelback, did you?
Nah, nobody's thinking about Nickelback in 2024, but no.
I am. What are you talking about? They got some good music.
Fuck
Like,
off.
we're gonna start bringing back Limp Bizkit too while we're at it too, as well.
I did it all for the nookie.
All of these politicians, they get into office, they're supposedly only getting paid like, okay, $300,000 a year, and somehow when the time they get out of office, they're like worth $127 million. How that happened? And it's one of the things that are so blatant that just happens right in everyone's face, and then nobody tends to question it. Like, nobody questions it. Like, nobody. Here's the thing. I think this is the big part of the problem, and like I get it. Like, not everyone is religious. Not everyone wants to choose a side. Well, the way that I see it, you're going to have to sooner or later. You're probably better off choosing it now than when it comes to later time. However, I get that everyone wants to, like, just, people were talking about this today too. It's like, oh man, I miss the days of Obama and Romney and John McCain. It's like, you guys are so desperate to just go back to this time period where you can just turn a blind eye to everything, that you don't have to see the world for what it truly is, where you can just go back to being asleep and sitting there playing PS2 games and watching Modern Family and not think to yourself that maybe there's an evil cabal out there that's trying to turn the world into an absolute hellhole. It's like, I don't want to be awake to that. I want to go back to like being asleep. It's like, look, the big reason why we're in this position that we're in right now is because people don't want to see what's very, very clearly in their face these days. It's not like anything that's happening right now is being hidden from public sight. It's like, oh, wow, that's happening. I didn't know. People are sacrificing children. When did this ever happen in human history?
Yeah.
It's like,
I want to tackle on that because that's the problem. Yeah, I will agree to a certain extent. And I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Life really was much fun when you just ignore everything. But keep in mind when you were able to do that, when you were a kid and you didn't know any better. And the people that were in charge, and people that were in charge basically put stuff in front of you, like, you know, the dangling the keys thing in front of the baby to entice them. That's kind of what it was. And you have to understand the reason why things got as bad as they did is because they basically, for lack of a better word,
bread and circuses.
Like there's a specific way of saying it. You guys probably say it better than me. But the reason why things are as bad as they are is because people got so comfortable with how things were because they had no issues with it. As long as they could just turn a blind eye to it, they thought everything would just be okay in the long term.
I'm not
how it works.
I'm not.
Hey guys, I've really enjoyed the conversation, and I would love to continue, but my head's killing me. So
Okay.
I'm going to say good night to all of you fine gentlemen, and I will talk to y'all later.
Take it easy, Tiny.
I need to hug you.
Tiny.
I don't think that's a good thing for her if you hug her. There may be some,
I'll appreciate the sentiment.
There may be some involuntary bodily fluids involved with that. That's probably
all right. Okay. Before you go, I'm gonna need you to turn on your camera.
Tiny go.
What? Turn on your
What
camera.
did you say, MSK? I literally did not actually hear you.
I'm gonna just need you to turn your camera so we can see that special top you're wearing for the stream. Oh, dang it! You're wearing librarian.
She looks comfortable, dude. Leave her alone.
She's wearing librarian clothing.
You know what?
I'm wearing a big furry heating pad.
You're not dressed like a stripper. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
You're not dressed like that Ethot Amaranth. I don't.
Shut up. Good night, Tiny. We'll see you later. I'll miss you.
Just kick her out if she leave.
I think she voluntarily left me.
Well,
but you know,
I just want to make sure I go back to what I was saying. That's the thing is, people grew up in a time period where, you know, they were kids, they didn't know any better. The media made sure that you didn't know any better. And then remember, whenever things happened, they would just disappear very, very fast. Like it would just disappear out of the news cycle very, very quickly. Yeah, they had a vetted interest in. Because the thing though is that when you get into being more in the know of something, your mind starts to really alter and shift. Like what? Remember that? Oh my God, the Jim Carrey, the Truman Show. Great example of that. You know, right when your mind starts noticing all these different things, you can't unsee them. You can't.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. I'm not talking about turning a blind eye. I'll tell you right now, my parents didn't raise no fool. They've told me from the beginning, Nathan, the world is a cruel, fucked up place. But you can choose to be the alternative to that. You can choose to be better and show people a better
I wish other
way.
people thought the same way. I wish they
But
did.
So here's the thing. I'm not talking about turning a blind eye to the bullshit, because that if you turn blind eye to it, I mean, sure, you can pretend it's not happening and try to live a normal, peaceful life, cool. But the thing is, if you turn a blind eye to it, you're not working to solve the problem.
No, I agree. The thing here is people would rather live in their own delusions of how life used to be, maybe is still now, than attempt to speak out about anything,
Things will not.
And what did they tell you? Comforting things, comforting things. Remember, like the whole Troon situation, or not just situations like that. You had a bunch of these people that kept saying this one thing. I know you guys are going to know the saying of, "Oh, it's just one time. It's just one time. It's not really that bad."
Things will not get better until the good and just people of this planet literally pull a black bolt and go, enough. That's all. That's really all I gotta say,
I think that there's I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm just saying I think everyone has that idea that we're all just waiting for people to just kind of wake up and be like that breaking point. It's like, are you guys seeing what's going on here? And like, we all have this idea in our day that everyone's gonna wake up and gonna realize that these people are dividing us and ruining our lives. And I just don't think that day is ever gonna come, in all honesty, because let's be very, very clear here. Even before all this happened today, let's rewind 4 years ago, right? Look at how easy it was to control not just us here in America, the entire planet, because of a cough. Well, look at what we did for
That's
2
4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. In 2 years, look how easy it was to turn people away and to make people panic and get people to do exactly what you want, just all based on the news. Like, hey, there's a cough in China and it's spreading, and everyone needs to lock up in their homes for 15 days. Or just 15 days to slow the spread. And then don't worry, everything will go back to normal. And then 2 years later, it was, hey, take the shot or you don't have a job anymore.
After that, come to find out, all of it's just bullshit, or never as bad as they made it out.
And now it's just, 17-year-olds have always dropped dead of heart attacks before. It's totally normal. Don't try to pretend like this has never happened before. Look how easy it was to pull the wool. And people still don't understand like what happened then. And it was only 4 years ago. Like, people are still blind to what happened then. You think they're going to wake up to what happened now?
But you still had people going, no, I'm not going to do any of that.
You did. Yeah, you did.
I was one of them. Dude, I can remember when the whole thing started. My mom was one of those people panicking, and I told her, I'm not putting that fucking cloth on my face. She's like, well, I guess you're not going to go anywhere then. I said, no one can dictate where the fuck I go and what I can and cannot do. It's my God-given right. Like, I literally had that conversation with my mom, and to this day, still never wore a mask. I bought one just to put her fucking her mind at rest. Never used it though. Because I'm not participating in the fucking buffoonery and brainwashing that everybody else is. Sorry.
And I get it, to this day, and it's funny, my mom, she bought into like the whole thing, ended up getting the shot, and some of you guys follow me long enough and know my whole story. About less than 2 years ago, she had gotten multiple myeloma in a matter of months, right? To the point where it was on her spine, almost paralyzed her, and it came out of like absolute like nowhere. Like, let's talk about it in a matter of a few months. Like, it was bad. Went through the whole treatment process. She's in remission now, but obviously she has to keep her blood in check and like all this other thing. And even now, realizing going through all that, she emotionally does not want to come to the realization of what could have caused that whole situation to begin with, because she doesn't want to accept the fact that she was lied to, that she was misled, and that she was wrong. So even when we start we were even driving in a car one day, and this is kind of sad too. We were driving in a car one day, and we just so happened to mention, there's a lot of people out there that are just dying suddenly right now. It's just kind of weird how it's like every time, and she was talking about this, and even she was noticing that, a lot of people just are seemingly dropping dead right now. And then all of a sudden, I just threw in that little line, that little subtle line. It's like, I wonder what could have happened in the last couple of years to have caused such a thing. And boom, silence, right? Like, she acknowledged that, hey, look, there's something going on here, and it's wrong, and it's weird, and I've taken notice to it. But when you talk about what the actual cause of it completely go, boom, shut off.
Or just today, just use Trump's attempted assassination today. A guy literally told the officers, there is a person crawling up on this roof. Told the Secret Service they were tipped off, and he said the police were. The police went because the police were probably paid off. They were already caring, but the Secret Service they knew this just happened today. Okay, in La La Land, people are. He literally told. He said he told them there's a guy on the roof. This is literally in the movie. Guy on the roof with a gun. Hello.
They just so happened to let a grown ass man walk into a freaking public event with a rifle and nobody noticed.
Somehow, it wasn't inside the event.
Oh,
it was outside on a rooftop outside of the event.
But even so,
like I said earlier, that is a failure of the Secret Service and protection. That wasn't even looked at. It was a clear line of sight.
I mean,
that should have been a roof that should have been covered.
I mean,
well, think about it like this. Remember, did you guys talk about the part of the story where I think Biden's White House tried to remove Trump's social security, secret security detail?
We didn't talk about it, but yes, the whole point, because they're like, well, he's a convicted felon, so we're not giving him protection. So they tried to pull his Secret Service detail.
Yep,
I
wonder why.
Oh my God! Somebody made a rap album cover out of that picture that they took where he's got his fist in the air.
Oh, there's a lot of. Yeah. I think we put one in our what was it, our YouTube thing, not YouTube, Twitter thing. I can't play it obviously because it's copyrighted music, but it's basically Trump with 50 Cent's Mini Men. I just put it in our Twitter discussion.
I don't know, guys. It just, all I can do is pray that things will get better. That's
like I said, it would be wise to pray, but like I said, with the route that we're going, I just don't think things are going to get better. I think things are only going to slowly escalate to a boiling point here. So,
and you're right.
I agree.
And you're right, but here's the thing: the only thing you can do is be the exception to the rule, and continue to be. It doesn't matter how bad things get; you keep being you. And you don't let the world morph you into something you're not.
Well, it's funny. I just if you guys follow my channel, I just put out kind of a series that I'm going to be working on the Bible Lens tomorrow night for the next several weeks. So the next 3 weeks, we're going to be talking about this whole idea that a Christian can lose their salvation, and that's been like a big topic like online for several months now. So I'm going to pretty much like go against that whole notion, and it's basically telling you, hey, look, if you notice that things are getting pretty bad right now and they're probably not going to improve, what is the only option here? The only option will be Jesus, but how do you actually become a true Christian and be under his wing? I'm gonna tell you exactly how tomorrow night, and trust me, the answer is much more simpler than the world puts it out there. And this is why I've gotten into so much trouble with our Catholic friends over the last several months, because they have this whole different idea of what a Christian should be. And I was like, that's great and all, none of that's actually backed by the Bible.
Catholics are pretty fucking insane anyway, man. They believe that you have to go to them for forgiveness. You have to go to them before Jesus.
like when Jesus says that I'm the only mediator between us and the Father, then the Catholic Church says, no, actually there's Mary. And then it's like, no, stop, time out. And then, the next thing you know, your Catholic friends are mad at you. But I will give a quick little shout out to the Twitter, the account, was it Protestia? Because Protestia has usually been doing a lot of kind of the weirdo, let's say, prosperity gospel videos where they're calling out like the Joel Osteens and like the what's that, the Mike Todds of the world, all those like crazy. It's like, oh, you want to be a Christian, just give the money to the church, and the more you give, the more of a Christian you become. Like that whole BS thing. Over the last few weeks, they've really been
God don't need your fucking dollars, dude.
Hey man, God said to give me your money so I can buy a new jet. That's what being a Christian's all about, right?
That shit's always cracked me up. Even when I was a kid, I was like, because they pass the little bowl around, talk about, oh, we're giving donations, or what's the official term for it? I forgot. Like
tithing.
Yeah, we're giving tithing. And even as a kid, I'm like, but God doesn't need our money. Why are we doing
No.
this? Like, what is
But if you were a
happening?
real Christian, then you give us $10,000 because the old poor woman gave Christ all her money.
God needs to buy Jesus a new jet. That's why we're doing this.
I mean, there's people out there. Kenneth Copeland was one of those people talking about
That
God,
guy,
you want me to get a-"
dude. I'm convinced that I'm not a big conspiracy theorist or anything. I'm convinced that man is not human. Like
he's probably. I'm not even joking. There's videos out there where you can legitimately argue that he's demon possessed.
He's either a shape shifting reptilian from Mars, or like you said, he's possessed. Like he is. He's
either a Nephilim or that guy's possessed by several demons.
He looks fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the thing he did? I think he did a sermon right when COVID started. Did you watch that shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cast out this spirit of COVID. Go be gone, demon.
He just starts blowing his shit. He's like, COVID-19. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I rebuke you. And this is the thing. It's like, because people get caught up in these religious systems, and it's like the Roman Catholic is a perfect example of this. The reason why people join the Roman Catholic Church is because they want to feel like that they're a part of something that dates back to being closer to God. It's like, well, if I'm a part of God's church that he built 2,000 years ago, then I can be truly saved. And what happens is they put their faith in the fact that, well, I'm a Catholic, so that means that I'm saved. And then they're going to find out the hard way, no, you're not. Off to the lake of fire you go. It's because the only thing about being a Christian, when it comes down to it, the only thing that is required of you is to put your faith in Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection. That he went on the cross, paid the penalty for your sins, he died, he was buried, and then rose again on the third day for your death. That is the only thing that is going to save you. It's not, oh, if I just turn from all of my sins and rebuke all of my sins, or if I just tie to the church, or if I pray to Mary, or none of that matters at the end of the day. Because the only thing that's going to save you is your faith in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. That's it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the Bible says the body is the temple. I'm walking around in church right now, son.
At any point, your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit.
At any point, I can get down and I can talk to him and be like, "Look, I know I've screwed up. You know, can you please forgive me?" Like you said, if you believe and you know he died for you, dude, you're saved.
So you don't need a middle. You don't need a middleman.
No,
that's the thing about it.
So
here's the thing.
So why is my wife still such a whore? Her body is the temple.
She probably needs to repent, MSK.
Well, she would have to exist for
she would have to
so that's the first problem.
Drunken. I don't need some possible chomo being my middleman to God. All right.
Right.
I'm good.
Right. Exactly. And that's a lot of the problems with a lot of
Catholic churches.
That's flat out is the problem with the Catholic Church. Is that they're playing middleman.
Yeah. And be clear, when I go after the Catholic Church, I don't even go after the whole like child predator thing. To me, that's kind of like the low hanging fruit.
It would be too easy.
A pretty freaking big deal, right? Like
we know
a 2,000-year history of you guys molesting and raping children. It's kind of a big deal, but it's like, I'm gonna put that aside for now. And talk about more fundamental.
Allegedly, in Minecraft, Black Man Society reviews on YouTube, who is a Christian, a man of faith in God.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that's behind the paywall because that makes it more fucked up.
And he says behind the paywall, we're all getting taken down by the actual CIA.
This night on the paywall, we're going to talk about child rape and murder here on the show.
Well, I mean, we did talk about Donald Trump almost getting his head blown off. So, I mean, this is. I mean, why not add that to the mix, right?
Catholics don't do that behind a green screen. They do that behind a fucking
the green screen.
Catholics do that behind the fucking. What's that thing they baptize the kids in? They do behind that.
Oh, I thought it was inside the confessional, but that's just me.
The confessional.
Oh shit, man.
Oh shit.
Whoa. What?
Oh, hi.
Oh.
My phone died.
What do you mean?
My phone has got a really nice camera. I'm just saying. I'm gonna plug it in so I can turn it back on.
You sound kind of gay.
Fuck you.
Kinda.
Society, if that was the case, I would repent.
Yeah. And I mean, that's another point I was trying to make too. It's like, look, I know people are out there thinking it's like, well, I've done too much bad stuff. It's like, look, here's the good news. The good news is that if getting into heaven was based on what you do, you already be in hell. So
I'll tell you right now, I know I'm a sinner. I sin every freaking day. Do I mean to half the time? No, but that's why you ask for forgiveness, motherfucker.
Well, it's not only that, but it's like, yeah, you place your faith in the gospel of God's grace, that God knows that you cannot save yourself, that if your salvation was up to you, you would be in hell because you have already fallen short of his standard. Yeah. So there is no, well, if I do enough good things, then I'm in good standing. It's like, no, you've already failed. Now it's like taking a test and you've already failed the test.
Well, now that being said, I know I sin every day. And like I said, you can ask God for forgiveness at any point in time. But here's the thing. Just because he can forgive you doesn't mean you should keep sinning for the fuck of it.
There's a Bible story where people did that so much. The actual God himself was like, I'm closing myself up from you people. That actually happened.
Yeah.
I think it's the Old Testament. I think it's Ephesians or something like that.
Say that again.
It was a story where they had kept sinning so much he literally just cut them off.
Isn't that the Jonah story? Part of it?
I think that has. Is that they were sinning? I know, like, talk about the group of people getting cut off. That would be the Jewish people in Israel.
Oh no, he's gonna love that one. Oh no, fucking hell! I'm going down that road tonight at fucking an hour in. Holy shit,
dude! I'll tell you right now, society. Have you done? Because once again, and I feel bad for saying this, I haven't checked out your channel.
I thought you were gonna ask me how you thought about being black.
Have you done like any like reviews for like Christian themed like products and movies and shit?
As far as movies go, I've only actually done 2 Christian reviews. One was for The Book of Clarence, which is a movie that I completely tore apart. And the reason why
fucking awful.
The reason why I tore that apart is because the ideology behind it is actually from the 5% Nation of Islam, which is a cult which is not really Islam and not really Christianity, which is really hilarious to me. So that was the reason I did that one. And then the second one that I did was on a movie that was actually pretty good. It came out a while ago. It was called Unsung Hero. And I did a review on that one because it's actually one of those movies where it's like I went there, I watched the movie, and I kind of walked out. It's like, wow, I actually kind of feel good. It's like a movie that I went to go see for 2 hours didn't make me want to just like die internally. Like I'm not used to that feeling. I mean, I'm actually kind of like, wow, like I feel kind of confident. You know what I mean? Like I felt so good, I almost could like put $2 in the lottery. I feel like I could have won, even though I didn't. But
you know what you should review, just because I watched it the other day for the hell of it, and dude, you got to talk about The Prince of Egypt, man. Movie is fantastic.
I have not seen that movie like in a while, so like I don't have it. I mean, I wouldn't be against like doing it, but yeah, it will have to be like here's the thing. There's a few movies that I haven't seen in like quite some time that I am kind of hesitant to rewatch it because it's like, if I did have a positive view of that movie like back then, even though I watched it when I was like 11, if I watch it now and as an adult, it's like, oh, this is just not gonna hold up at all. It's like me going back to watch like the original Mean Girls in 2004. It's like when you were a kid, you were like, oh, Lindsay Lohan's hot and Eva Chavez is hot. This movie's great. And you go back and watch it as an adult, it's like, wow, this shit sucks. Why the hell did I even think that this was a good movie?
To be fair, it is a glorified chick flick at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And
I'll ask you this. Did you see The Shack? What did you think about that, if you have?
I did not see The Shack, but I know what Shack's about. The Shack is absolutely heretical garbage. I think that's the movie where it was like Olivia Spencer played like the Holy Spirit or some nonsense like that, and it's like the Holy Spirit is not a woman, so you can miss me with that BS like right off the bat.
Well, he spends time in the cabin with the Trinity, which is the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. So yeah.
So you missed me with that nonsense.
I thought the book was all right. The movie is a little
And that's another thing too. Like, there's a reason why I don't really go into a lot of quote unquote Christian literature is because people don't realize like a lot of things, just because it has Jesus' name attached to it or God's name attached to it, it's really not Christian. Like a lot of that's like 80% of that stuff is like new age pagan garbage that's like been sugar coated with a little bit of what my friend called it Christianese, where it just has a little bit
Christianese.
just sprinkle a little bit of like Christ and God and in there, and people think, "Oh, this is straight out of the Bible." It's like, no, it's not. That's
no, it's just someone's interpretation. But I've always struggled. The reason I guess I bring it up is because I've always struggled with, how much of this should I really buy into versus how much should I not? Because I mean, I guess I just saw that. What are you laughing at me or what he brought up?
No, I was laughing at the comment that was in the chat, but no, you keep going.
Oh, WZ. No, I guess. I mean, I like it for what it is, but then again, the Shack came at a time where I was just not in a really good place, and especially with everything going on with my uncle and just all this other shit. I guess it gave me answers to certain things that I would often ask God about, but I probably should have looked in the Bible a little more, not gonna lie. Like,
well, there's the famous quote that's in the Bible. Even though I don't agree with him fully because he is a Calvinist, I do think that it's a pretty interesting quote. It's like, if you want to hear God talk to you, read the Bible. If you want to hear his voice, read it out loud. Like, that's really what it comes down to. And like I said, I think the big disconnect is that, and I'll show you guys this video here in a second, is that people really don't understand. Like, they think Christian life needs to be difficult. Like, it needs to be hard. Like, you need to basically be like Jesus, like on the cross, being like whipped and tortured and beaten and stuff like that. It's like the great concept of it is that as long as you understand that it's all about Jesus and it's not about it's not really as hard as a lot of people think that it is. Some people hear about, how do I get saved? It's like, believe on Jesus Christ and you'll be saved. I think, well, that can't be it. That's too easy. It's like, yeah, if you believe
it literally is that easy.
But here's the thing: if you literally believe that God so loved the world that he sent his only son to save the world, if you truly believe that he doesn't want you to perish in hell, which is the Bible said he wishes that no one perishes, why would he make salvation difficult for you?
You can't convince me that God does not work miracles, man. I've literally watched my uncle collapse from a cancer that should have killed him 3 times, and he still keeps getting back up and moving like nothing has changed.
Yeah. Like I said, it's very easy to see how God works in the world. We talked about some of the stories here. If that shooter that shot at Trump today hit probably a centimeter to the right, Trump's probably dead right now. That's the reality of the situation.
I made the comment before the show started. I was like, dude, somebody upstairs was watching after him today. Somebody was,
right. And then, like I said, then look at like what happened a few months ago with the president of Iran. He's been one of the most aggressive world leaders, talking about, we're going to destroy Israel, we're going to wipe away the Jewish people, we're going to turn that place into dust. And he just so happens to die in a plane crash. Wonder how that happened. Pretty sure there was no divine intervention in there.
Also, a side note, I don't know if we're betting on this, but how many people in that video that you had up, how many of them do you think are taking it in the ass when the camera's not off?
Let's just put it this way: sodomy has been a thing with ancient pagans, and so if you guys haven't checked out, I did a series about a few weeks back talking about Ishtar and kind of this whole thing about how the transgender movement started. Go back and watch that series. A lot of the things that are happening in the modern day LGBTQ community dates all the way back to ancient Babylon, and specifically the worship of that demon god. So.
Dude, I just came across a meme. It's from Libs of Marxism. I know that's a funny name, but it's a picture of Trump giving the fist, and it says the left can't meme or shoot either, apparently.
I will say this: there was one meme out there that I thought was very funny. I know it's probably a niche meme for some of you sports fans out there. MSK will know what I'm talking about here, but somebody when the whole thing was like going down and like figured out Trump was probably going to be all right. The first meme that I saw out there is like, it's now been confirmed that the shooter was Klay Thompson. I just started talking.
Oh no!
I was like, of all the people to catch it straight today.
Oh my god! Catching it straight. Oh my god! No.
I was like, man, come on.
Oh, I do want to say this. Man, even people that Chloe says, glad no historical events happened while I was at work. Yeah, everything's okay, Chloe. Chloe, don't worry.
Imagine you took a nap during this whole thing and you woke up. Even on your Twitter account.
I somehow like to think that, that's how World War III is going to happen. I'm just going to go to take a nap on a fine Sunday after work, and I'm going to wake up and everything is on fire because the nukes fell. Like, what the fuck happened? Okay, that got dark. Sorry.
Yeah, and Chloe, if you ever need my help with, feeling safe and being in my arms, I can always satisfy you pretty well.
Dude, stop hitting on the women's.
That's not what your pillow said.
My pillow.
You know what? Drunken
my
Society. We need to get this. If you've seen High School DxD, we need to get him a Rhea Scrimmery body pillow and just mail that shit to him.
I will say this now. I've seen High School DxS a few years ago, and I also watched was it High School of the Dead a few years ago too.
High School of the Dead's a comedy.
I would say High School of the Dead is objectively better because it feels like it has more of an actual plot than High School DxD. High School DxD. Like, here's the thing. Quick little sidebar here. I just have to say this here. This whole thing with like this ecchi anime and this harem anime where it's like it's one guy who's usually a teenager and he's surrounded by like 10 or 15 like big titty girls that he almost sleep with, but he can't. And the entire series is about him being around all these women that he can't have sex with. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's objectively like hell to me. It's like, why would you do that?
No,
why would you get yourself in a situation where you're 24/7 a day and you can't do it? Like, put it this way: imagine if you were Dan Blazarian. You were surrounded like a boat with like 50 women, but you can't have sex with any of them. It's like, no,
that's the thing about High School. That's the thing about High School DxD. He can literally at any time he could, but for some reason he just doesn't do it. It's like, dude, you keep running your mouth about all the shit you would do to them, and when they literally get put in front of you, you have the chance to, and you don't do anything. I literally sit there and watch that show and just get pissed off every time he does it. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
The whole thing is just dumb. Like, I'm not gonna go on like the rant to be like, well, anime is satanic because Matt knows of the day. I'm not gonna go like that far, but it's like, let's be honest, objectively, a lot of it's very, very dumb on a very basic level.
Right.
All right, so we have
that's why I watch Spy X Family.
Black Ben Shapiro here. So can you please start rapping in Hebrew lights?
If you don't want to watch something as Satanic Society, watch Spy X Family. It's actually pretty funny and wholesome.
I was actually supposed to catch that one back, but I didn't get a chance to it. I know that Fathom has been doing a lot of like sports related animes in theaters recently, so I've seen like a basketball anime, a volleyball anime, a soccer anime. And it's just like, I mean, it's fine. I mean, they're usually like 3 out of 5 because you can only do so much in the realm of like sports, but it's like,
yeah. The Slice of Life animes are like okay. I think my favorite ones were Prince of Tennis, and I read the manga for Slam Dunk. That one was kind of cool. But Slice of Life anime to me is really not my kind of thing. I like the beat 'em up ones.
My mom came to my house a couple days ago to kind of just see me, and when she came in the door, I was watching it, and she's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I told her what it was about, and she's like, "Nathan." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You really want a family, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah, someday." I hope it's this wholesome and it's not playing with fucking problems. Familiar faces. I'm not a lonely bastard, guys. I promise.
Just starts raining for no reason.
Michael says, I love High School DxD. Yes, it's fan service, but it's a fun series. I mean, yeah, you're right. But the thing is, society is right. Shit like that has no plot and it's just stupid. If you're watching it for anything at that point, like you said, Michael, you're just watching it for the fan service.
Yeah, right.
But
there was one. I wish I knew the name of this anime. Maybe I'll find it later. But there was this one anime that was on Tubi a while back ago.
Oh, Tubi.
And it was like literally, I couldn't even tell you what the actual plot of it was. All I know is that there was one scene where this girl just runs into the room for absolutely no reason whatsoever, slips, falls, and lands on this guy's face. And like she literally just has like this 30-second like orgasmic scene. Like, and it's not like a hentai, right? It's not a hentai at all. And
no,
I'm just sitting here like,
she just orgasms for no reason.
And it's just my immediate reaction was, why? Like, why is why? It's like it's not arousal. It's not just. It's just like why was that even in there? Like, why would you do that?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I've often made the statement that anime is like taffy. You know, there's some that are good, and then there's some that are really bad. But there's just enough to where, you know, if enough people dig through it, they're gonna find something that, you know, speaks to them. And
you know what it was like? It was like say like you were watching football and your team decided to like run it on like 4th and 9 and they missed. And there was like, why did you even run that? Why did you do that?
What the fuck? Look what Chloe just posted in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could just do that to me.
This is the story of my life. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I
happened.
Trip and fell on a dick, and the liquid and milk came out.
Wait, MSK, that
Is
actually
that the
happened to
name
you?
of
I'm
it?
so sorry,
Is that
dude.
the name of the show? Like I said, I
What?
legitimately don't know, but is that the name of it?
Sploosh? Maybe?
No, the one right below that one.
Do you know, like, that's what I told this girl one time, that I accidentally almost had sex with her sister.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
pretty sure
that is false. That is fake news.
Chloe, how did you accidentally slip it?
Did you sleep on a banana peel
This
like it was
is a
Mario
story
Kart?
that did not happen in real life.
How do you know that? How do you know this?
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, shit. But you know, I will say this about High School DxD though. Me and a friend, it has ignited the single greatest waifu war between me and him that just refuses to fucking die. Like me and him are
beefing over waifus.
We're just beefing over bitches in fucking High School DxD, dude.
Oh wow, Anna Kasparian. I'm gonna put this in the chat.
What happened?
This is I mean,
Has she finally broken? Has she finally broken?
Let's it's in the private chat.
I'll look at this. Hold on. I'm still trying to charge my phone. So
I'm shocked that she's calling it out.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know, Anna Kasparian for the last, you know, let's just say couple of years has been kind of teetering on that Dave Rubin like libertarian version of conservativity, we'll just call it that, here for a while. But she knows that her bread and butter and pretty much her entire career is tied to the Young Turks, which is overwhelming progressive. So she's trying to find a way to thread that line. But I think for a while she doesn't truly really stand with a lot of the things that she's been calling for, because I think she's one of the few people who have realized, wow, everything that I've been advocating for over the last several years has happened, and now things are objectively worse. Maybe I was wrong.
Michael said Zenobia. Me and Keon always fight over Rio. Not Rio. Me and fucking my friend Keon. He was on the D&D stream. Me and him are always fighting over Akano and Rias, dude. I'm Team Rias. He's Team Akano, and we just cannot stop fighting over this shit.
I was trying to look for like I know Hulu has like a whole like section of like animes and whatnot. So I was trying to look for something not too long ago to look forward to. There's a couple out there that I thought stood out pretty well, but for the most part, it's like, man, I feel like I'm just kind of out of it. I'm looking for like something that's been out roughly, let's say, the last like 10 years, something a little bit more modern. But I guess my experience previously was like, you know, like Black Lagoon, like Cowboy Bebop. That's kind of like the stuff that I was into beforehand. So I'm looking for something more in that line.
You know what you should watch? Watch Fate Zero.
So I'll take note of that.
And then watch Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. It's a sequel series.
So
some good shit.
Let me expand this, or attempt to anyway. There we go.
Attempt to expand.
There's black people outside. I have to go deal with them.
Okay.
MSK. You know what? I'm not worried about.
You know that you can like turn off your camera when you walk away instead of us like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so he's walked away with bare booty ass, almost hanging out a couple times.
So this is, I mean, yeah, and I've kind of been seeing this kind of shifting with her, but it's like it says those alleging that someone shot at Trump today was staged with zero evidence is loathsome, disgusting people who play a big role in tearing this country apart. Imagine providing cover for horrific political violence. Beyond shameful.
I mean,
yeah, like I said,
I'm. It's amazing. I'm starting to see more and more of a shift in her. Yeah, more towards a libertarian mindset. Like
Yeah.
Dave Rubin.
Is that what I am? No, I'm just kidding.
She's literally like, I think like a couple of years ago, she literally had the "oh my god, am I the baddies" moment. Then she's like,
Yeah.
like I said, and she's in a position right now where she knows that the audience that she placates to is still overwhelming like left-wing progressive. So she can't really out and start saying like common sense things that the rest of us know, because she knows that her audience will turn on her the same way that she turned on Dave Rubin several years ago when he left that whole situation. So it's like she's in this weird danger zone right now where it's like, I gotta keep pretending like, you know, I'm actually on Chink's side, where I'm really kind of not.
The moment, because the moment she kind of really does kind of turn on him, she's gone from the Young Turks.
Tank said, Fate Stay is fun. We're watching them in chronological order. Dude, I just got done watching the Heaven's Field trilogy again not too long ago. I own all of them on Blu-ray. Also, not to mention, it's kind of funny that we bring up that the left is oddly silent. Maybe they're silent because they're just like, are we the baddies? Did they finally figure that out?
Hey, put it to you this way: it's better for you guys to figure it out now than figure it out later. Yeah, boy. Political party test dress. It seems like human response. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, you got a lot of like I said, there's a lot of psychopaths out there who are upset that the shooter didn't do his job, because all these people who are silent now, if he had actually did what he was supposed to do, they would all be celebrating on Twitter. You would be seeing multiple people making all this post celebrating Trump's death, saying that the world's been saved. They would turn him into a hero overnight, and they're just upset that moment was taken away from him. So don't forget, like, there's some good people out there who knows what's going on and know that this is all wrong. There's a lot of evil pieces of crap out there as well. So
yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, if that was Biden up there, and even if he got shot at, I'd still be saying that's fucked up. Can't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm the same.
It's even worse if it was Biden, because then you're shooting at a dementia patient. It's like, who does that?
It's like, we can't kill dementia. We can't kill dementia.
It's like look, even the kids in elementary school understand you don't beat up the retarded kid. Like that's the one thing you just don't do. You can bully anyone else. Don't bully the kid in the wheelchair. Children know that's messed up.
We can't kill dementia patients, but the guy who's completely okay, yeah, he's fair game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the party. It in the end, it's inappropriate on all levels. Doesn't matter.
And that's the other thing too. It's like, guys, we really, I'm not saying like you guys, I'm just saying like in general, we really got to get out of this mindset of seeing everything from Democrat and Republican. Like you have to understand that there's a much, much bigger game going on here than just left and right.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, did MSK cut his hair? I didn't realize that.
All I noticed that he came back into the shot with his camera on and then turned his camera off.
Yeah,
you're supposed to turn the camera off.
He had everyone
getting up and leaving.
He had everyone looking at his bathroom there for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, I'm turning the camera off now.
I'll be honest, I thought he got struck by lightning. I thought that's why his hair looked like that.
All right, so what did I miss? There were some black people outside, and I was like, "Ooh, better not be around my area."
I was like, "Oh, I better get on the phone with the cops."
Well, we were watching your darkened doorway, wondering when the fucking creature from that movie Barbarian was going to come running out of it.
Mm-hmm.
God, man, when black people are in my area, I just get a little antsy, you know?
Yeah, I just get a little uncomfortable. I start peeking out the window with my cell phone just in case something were to pop off.
WZ, MSK's house is a legit scary movie. This is why I have a tiny house, brother.
Mm-hmm. MSK, how much square feet did you got over there in that place?
Well, there's this entire room, and then there's the other room. That has the kitchen, the bathroom, and the living. It's pretty big in there. Ooh, yeah, let's just say my rent's pretty high. But it is.
Well, that's because you're in California like an idiot. Like that. That's your fault.
And there is a TV over there. Just saying.
You realize you can live like literally anywhere else outside of like California, right?
To be fair, everywhere else is also expensive too. There's like, is Atlanta? You're in Georgia or Atlanta or whatever the fuck you at? It's not.
Put it to you this way. I have about 630 square feet that I'm paying about 1,100 for right now. I did a
That's not
check.
bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad, all things considered, especially with inflation. But I did a little check on my old digs in North Park in San Diego, by the way. In San Diego, think about this for a second. In San Diego, where I used to live in North Park, in the year 2000, a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, about 800 square feet, was about $700 a month in 2000. I checked at how much that same dimension would cost me today if I wanted to move back there. It is no joke. The minimum I can find was $3,500 a month.
That is insane.
Now, granted, I'm living inside 400 square feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm paying $600 a month, all utilities included.
I mean,
Well,
I
am lucking out right now.
I mean, me too. I'm paying $500 a month, utilities included.
Oh my God! Look at all of us living alone, paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
What a life of a human. You grow up with no worries, only to just be thrown down by bills.
Hey,
You're being thrown down by Bill.
Bill Clinton.
I could walk around naked if I want to. You know, I could just
I could
just like lie down on my couch and watch Storage Wars and fall asleep like a normal adult. It's a simple life. I mean, hey, look, at the end of the day, there's people out there sacrificing children so they can live in a $30 million mansion. I could take my 600 square feet. I'm happy with this.
Oh, he's a cat. Look at him.
What's the old saying? I don't ask for much, okay?
I don't need much. And it's amazing when you're a kid, you think when you grow up, you're going to have all this big, expensive stuff and you need these big, gigantic ass houses. And then when you get to be an adult, you're like, you know what? I don't need that shit. I'm perfectly fine with what I got.
You have 8 kids? Do you know the protection plan? You're not a pull out. You have 8 kids? Oh my God. So a family of 6. Oh, hold on. Family of 6. So you, your wife, and 6 kids. Bro, you gotta learn how to pull out. Bruh. Oh my, 6 kids?
Here's my thing. I'm not gonna knock someone who has 6 kids if you can afford to have 6 kids.
Yeah.
If you're a person who has if you have a person that's like 6 kids by like 4 baby daddies, then it's like, okay, there's
my wife,
there.
right? Okay, why you dog my wife like that, dog? Come on,
if you're just some hood rat off the street just popping out babies for no fucking reason, then yeah, that's
he
excessive.
said he has a good. Wait, Tank, aren't you an electrician or a plumber? I know you said you have a pretty good job, so I'll take care of it, obviously.
Hey, if I can give you guys a little bit of life advice now would be a good time to start investing in the trade schools, because in about 5 years, when AI takes away half the world's jobs, you're probably going to want to learn to, I don't know, do some plumbing or be an electrician or fix something that a computer can't fix, because there's jobs going to be very scarce here.
So she had. So which ones are okay? So the sons are from her side. Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm gonna assume the daughters are his, because they didn't point to say that. Oh, those are stepsons. They ain't mine. They just live with me.
God, man. Wait, Tank, is one of the stepsons black? That means you can say the N-word if one of them's black.
Or do you have like one of those like Korean exchange students like live in your home? Where it's like, you got to teach them how to be like a domesticated member of society.
God, man. Oh man, I'm glad
I have to teach my daughter not to eat cats. Like, as soon as I can do that.
Yeah. 1776 saw the video that I sent her. Yeah. There was people that told the Secret Service there's a guy climbing on a roof. There has to be no more bigger L than that for someone not. I get it. Jobs are hard. I understand. Fuck.
You okay? Can you not breathe?
All right,
for a reason.
He must have done a lot of dick sucking before the stream.
Sure did.
Yeah.
He's regretting it right now.
I get jobs are hard. I get it. I fully do. But
we know yours is hard.
If you're not paying attention to the point where someone is telling you there's someone crawling on the roof with a gun, if your brain's not working, I don't know what is.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that just can't accept reality even when it's staring them in the face, dude.
I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe the last 4 to 8 years wasn't a great indication of this. There's a lot of people out there who are functionally retarded.
There's a lot of people that probably should not be legally allowed to vote.
I'm just saying that there's dedicated pages for women posting their L's, and if I find out that the Secret Service agent that was told that was a woman, I will never let women down anything. You are going to get wrecked every single time I talk about you.
You know, I know we were dogging on. Well, Drunken was saying something about it earlier. I know we were talking about, them not being stationed over there, around that building, but credit to him, man. They all jumped on him like white on rice.
Oh yeah, I mean it was definitely was a quick response once the shooting. I mean, once it first.
Once the shooting actually happened, they were like, "Oh my god,
should never have happened." Yeah, but that should never have happened. Yeah. That should never have gotten. He should never have gotten even on the roof.
But put it to you this way: if it was Obama, I don't think that he would have been left as wide open as Trump.
Right.
Wait, Tank. So he said the voting age should be 25. That's about the time that the brain finishes developing. So does that mean I'm going to be like this forever? Awesome.
I say the voting age should be like the first time that you actually get like a legitimate job. That'll probably be
the moment you're actually paying taxes.
I voted in 2020 for the first time.
I can say now that Tiny's gone, I can say this: women should not be voting. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say something anti-Semitic.
No, I love.
Well, no, that's just as bad. WZ, clip it and send it to her.
I'm just saying, women should not be voting. Bruh.
Bruh. Sorry.
What? I'm saying we're allowing women to vote, right? But women can't even decide if they're 20 years old.
No, MSK, you need to dial it back. Women can vote. It's just that stupid people shouldn't fucking
women
vote.
Will always vote for the worst alternative, no matter what it is, even when they're presented with the better one.
It's almost as if there's a reason why all of the first world countries for a certain period of time didn't allow women to vote.
I'm just saying they were way ahead of the time period, and we should and I respect them for it now way more. Oh my god, you give women opinions, society goes down. Just saying.
Actually, you know what? I take it back a little bit because of that. Now we have movies like The Woman King coming out.
Right.
It's almost as if there was a reason why women were at home making cake babies and sandwiches, because they figured out that's the only place where they won't screw things up for the rest of us. So we had them contained, and then we just let them all out, and then here we are. Like, thanks.
Is there a difference? Yeah, it just depends. Everyone hurt me, Tank. I'm sorry.
Who hurt you?
I think the only difference is the wheelchair. I think that's the only difference.
Oh my god!
Oh no! No!
It was not a tiny reference. That was just a reference on retarded people in general.
Yeah, sure.
Walter said he didn't say anti-Semitic, only misogynist.
Yeah.
Buzzwords. I love it. I love them.
I was not making fun of the Jews. I was making fun of the handicap. Okay, let's not go crazy here.
I told Tiny I like Jewish people. I watch Abby Shapiro. I watch Ben Shapiro. That makes me Jewish.
Didn't Tiny say she would pick the bear? I could have swore she did one time.
If she said that, then she's not a.
I thought she did. No, somody.
No, I asked her, "Are you choosing me or the bear?" And she didn't give it. She was, "I'm undecided." Wait, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. What the hell?
If she has to say she's undecided, she's picking the bear.
Oh, why is it always the worst outcome? Maybe she was contemplating how it would go.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't underestimate Tiny. She could probably fuck that bear up. Let's be honest.
She has, how small her hands are? I'd be surprised if she could even make a fist.
She'd probably crush you. Not gonna lie. She'd probably wrap her arms around you and go, I wonder what will break first, your spirit or your body.
Or your dick.
No, what? WZ, clip it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she'll just start doing hand gestures to me. You never know.
Dude, stop. You're just digging the
next time she sees you, she's just gonna pepper spray you square in the face.
Hey, I told that
she's gonna make you believe she's going in for a hug. You'll extend those hands out, and it'll just be pepper spray.
She's gonna pepper spray you, walk away, and then blame it on a fat guy that suspiciously looks like Riley.
Hey, if Tiny's going to that meetup in San Diego where Gabe's gonna be up with Nerdrotic, I'll be able to see her again, because I saw her in Vegas. We hugged, and she felt really womanish.
What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
She was a real woman. It wasn't one of those manufactured ones that they're trying to
So
push on you now.
It wasn't one of those troons.
So is MSK implying that the only womanly touch he's had is with his body pillow? Like he doesn't know what the touch of a real woman is like.
She was really soft, dude. Why was she so soft?
She's a woman, dude.
Swing
They're supposed to be
low,
soft. This one,
She's a base.
She's a woman, dude. They're supposed to be soft. We're supposed to be
Really? We're supposed to be
Yes.
hard? Really? Damn it.
We're supposed to have tougher skin than women. Yes, that's just a biology thing, dude. Or do you not believe me?
I'm literally gonna type up women posting L's. I need to see some women L's tonight.
I'm literally trying.
I need to
give
find
that
an outlet to relate my misogyny.
I literally need to find people who are worse than me so I can defend my own misogynistic behaviors.
You won't sleep with me now. I'm gonna go play GTA San Andreas in my car.
Dude, hold on. I forgot to say something. So my cousin showed me a comment earlier today because he was watching the video where the shooting started, and I swear to God, the first comment on the video was literally, "Wow, we got a Donald Trump assassination attempt before GTA 6."
Oh my god! Oh my god! Someone said that we got a Trump assassination attempt before the Blade movie. I was like, you guys are terrible.
Tank Ferret just said, "Women, the original waifu pillow."
Right? All right, women posting L's. My secret grief, over 35, single and childless. The most undervalued women in America are childless aunts.
Oh my god.
All right. Childless women over 30 when they realize they've wasted their time pursuing a career instead of finding a man who will marry them.
Here's the thing, right? I get what the meme is saying, but here's the problem. It's not just the fact that you put your entire life into finding a career, quote unquote, because I mean, if that was the case, you can drop the feminism and find a man very quickly. It's the fact that you've probably slept with, I don't know, anywhere between 70 to 80 dudes on the way of finding that career that has made you undateable. It's probably the endless supply of dick that has made you undateable to the world, not the fact that you've been working at a white-collar job for the last 10 years.
It's probably the fact that your vagina looks like a Arby's fucking sandwich, and nobody wants it now.
Those things still taste pretty good, even though there's been a lot of
the sandwich or the vagina?
It's probably the fact that the guy knows at least 3 guys who have had sex with you, and that's probably the reason he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you at this point.
Dude, all she has to do is just use a towel and clean it out.
That's not how that works.
Okay. What is this? What a beautiful photograph of white male privilege and entitlement. Sums up who rules our country.
Walter has a point. I mean, career-driven women usually don't sleep around like that. I mean, yeah, you're right. Some don't.
I don't know. How are they releasing sexual attention between jerking off to me?
That's just in your head, brother.
Yeah. First true. Oh, YouTube. Nope. Nope. Not doing that one. Anyways, do you guys remember when we used to put racist freak shows in their place by breaking teeth? Why did we stop?
Look at the profile picture. What are they doing?
I wish I was a California Mexican and not a Chicago Mexican. How did you guys even manage to walk that far north? You can fit like 8 of them in a 92 Honda Civic. What do you mean?
Did somebody just get to California for the first time and they're asking any stupid question?
Right. Like they've never been to California in their life. They're like, what the fuck?
I shot my shot at him and he told my boyfriend.
Yeah, that sounds like devastating.
Yeah. What did you think was going to happen? Stupid.
Turned down a job purely because there was an Indian man in the office.
Wait, go back up. What's the one above it? What is that?
What is this?
Asian massage.
Oh, it's just a repost. Oh, that's a repost. Single mother influencer under fire for spending $17,000 in a month after asking followers for money to help her care for her kids.
I mean, look at that face. That definitely looks like someone I want to cater to.
The woman posting L's guy lost his job. a few people messaged his workplace and they confirmed that his contract was terminated. I'm not sure if the ins and outs of it all. I just know they distanced themselves from him as much as possible and are scrubbing all evidence he was ever associated with them. They messaged me and told me that he only worked for them briefly as an independent contractor and hasn't worked for them in a long time. I don't know what to believe. Why are you going out of your way to get someone fired because they're posting women L's?
Because they can't accept
because they're hurting my feelings.
Because my feelings.
If you hurt my feelings, you must die.
So he just posted the IGN Star Wars movie. Oh God, he just posted the Kathleen Kennedy saying women are struggling with Star Wars criticism. Oh my God.
You work for one of the biggest companies in the world and make millions of dollars per project. I don't want to hear I'm victimized. Go fuck yourself.
Guys, I'm like totally a victim and stuff.
I know I make
Gen
millions
Z.
of dollars that I can literally wipe my ass with, but I'm a victim.
Totally.
Gen Zer, who started OnlyFans to make lots of money, reveals she's completely broke. I feel like I've lost everything.
And you have.
Here's another problem with TikTok. Yeah, a lot of these girls look really attractive and they're probably making lots of money and they look well right now. But what's going to happen when they start hitting 35 and 40 and their tits start getting saggy and their looks are not as good as
then what's going to happen is that they're going to shift all that money towards their face and they're going to get like all the super Botox and facelifts. And the next thing you know, you're going to like a 60-year-old cat at 35 because you're trying to keep up
the money,
with your age.
The money's going to already be gone because they're constantly spending what they're earning. They're not saving any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I thought for like a social experiment, I should start an OnlyFans and just take pictures of my feet and see how much money I can rack up in like maybe 2 months. I might be able to rack up some for the Vegas trip. I'm not even lying.
I think there's
you guys are going back to Vegas.
Feet?
Say what?
I say you guys are going back to Vegas again.
Everybody wants me to come out there next year. If I can save up some money and time, I mean, I'll go, but I can't get. I
like
can't.
The next big meetup in like Orlando, isn't there? Like I heard like Florida was supposed to be next somewhere in the next couple of months.
Apparently, the Denver one happened, and I didn't know about it until afterwards.
For timing wise, the only one I really can do is the Las Vegas one.
Walter, I'm not joking. Like I could probably start one, take pictures of just my feet, and people will pay for the shit, dude. People pay for that kind of shit.
I mean, if people are turned on by Brie Larson's feet, I mean, probably have it. I mean, you're probably one step up, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, how hard could it be? Just keep my fucking feet clean. Make sure they look nice. I don't know. That's nice.
See it now. You're out for a pedicure every 2 weeks.
No, I'm not going that far. Occasionally, you'll get that one weirdo that likes dirty feet, and he'll send you like $200. I mean, shit. I'm serious. I'm not fucking around.
Prostitute's a prostitute. Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. I gotta get some stuff done.
Damn, dude.
Any off on that note, we'll start with the Joker and Emerald Arrow. Any closing thoughts you want to say about tonight and the crazy historical event that we just went through? And having been banging my wife and licking her butthole out.
I'll start with the last question. No and no.
Okay.
With what happened today, I saw coming. I'm not shocked by it. The rhetoric that has been going on against Trump for the last 8+ years now was all going to lead up to this. I agree with what Tucker Carlson had said earlier, and it's the constant increasing and going higher and higher of steps towards him to keep him out of office. This was just bound to happen, and I'm a little personally irritated when it comes to Secret Service that when you look at the screenshots of the satellite picture, that was not a building that wasn't even being really watched, and it was a clear, obvious, unobstructed view of where Trump was going to be. So, but like I said,
real quick, there's going to be more that comes out of this whole situation because now videos are leaking showing that people in the crowd saw the shooter before he even fired his shot and before the Secret Service saw him. So it's like, how did people in the crowd see the shooter before the Secret Service did?
Exactly. And so I will say to one of the, I didn't post it or anything like that, but there was one that talking about the current head of the Secret Service. The post was like, wow, and we expect them to protect a bag of Cheetos. And I'm like, well, man, why did you have to say Cheetos? Because you're talking about the Orange Man. Was that an intentional dig?
Come on, there's no way that wasn't intentional. Come on.
But at any rate, this is really how things can expedite very quickly and start to civil conflict. You've seen it. We've seen it throughout history so many times in different countries. May not lead to a world war, but it definitely ends up in strife in the country when things like this occur.
Well, just in case the country does go ass up, like I said, I'm just going to sit back, keep my mouth shut, and play Rebel Assault.
Oh, I thought it was back to Baldur's Gate, Cartman.
Well, that and Baldur's Gate.
Well, I'm just gonna keep playing my PS2 games. Like that's what the game system I have.
My favorite Saturday streams, Nate D&D streams, are MIA this week, so I had to settle for this. Put on my fourth monitor.
Oh, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go back to playing Tekken 4 and 2K5. Like
I can't tell if
Super
you're
Mario
mocking,
Brothers 3, dude.
I can't tell if you're mocking me or making fun of people who actually do that.
I don't know, man. I'll just play SOCOM 2. I mean, that's cool.
Those are great games.
I'm more of a Soldier of Fortune myself, but
more of like a Capcom, more like a Street Fighter kind of guy. But whatever, I want to put it in my butt. All right, so
what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna play Donkey Kong 64. Just be left alone.
Why are you playing with the monkeys? Wait, what you got against?
That's a good game. That is a good game.
It is a fun game. Yeah,
pretty fun. Yeah. All right, Nate. What are your closing thoughts on the white person's assassination attempt?
Well,
white on white crime.
It's a white on white hate crime, son. No, pretty much what I said earlier. You know, if you're the kind of person that endorses this kind of shit or thinks this is acceptable, look, I don't care if you're right leaning, left leaning, red, blue. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you fall on. This should not be okay, no matter who you are. If you endorse this shit or think this is somehow a big W for the leftists or, all these victimized people who are totally not victimized, by the way, you're a fucking idiot. And if, like I said, if you think this is okay, you probably need to get yourself checked out, man. Like there's seriously something wrong with your head. And, like Drunken said, I'm not shocked at all this happened. It feels like this has been something that's been building up for a while now. And, they've teased and they've warned that, they couldn't get him off the ballot. They couldn't put him in jail. So, of course, what was left? This. And, I would not be shocked if something like this happens again. Like, they'll probably try again because they failed the first time and they'll try to get him again another time. It's just a screwed up situation all around, and it should never have come to this point. Like, once again, don't care who you are, what side you fall on. This shit is wrong, no matter who you point the finger at. As far as stuff coming up, WZ, it's funny you were bringing up the D&D streams. So I've mentioned we're doing it bi-weekly. So not this weekend, but next weekend, Saturday at 6 p.m. EST, we will be doing the second live stream for Curse of Strahd. So everyone I've talked to is pretty excited about that. I saw Longlegs today, so I'm slowly getting back into doing movie reviews on the movie channel. I would have reviewed the movie today when I got home, but Donald Trump almost died on live television. So but I think when I get off work tomorrow, I'm going to come home and shoot the review for that and still play Resident Evil 7 off camera as well. So yeah, that's pretty much going on with me.
The article from Forbes 15 minutes ago, they're like, I love how our media is so trash. They're like, Donald Trump was escorted off stage after an incident in Pennsylvania left him bleeding.
CNN was going after him for saying to the crowd, fight, after getting back up.
Well, remember their original article said that, President Trump failed at a rally today. It's like, he just fell. That's all that happened at the rally. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, he fell. Even though his son had said my dad's legs are working just fine at his age.
Yeah, he fell, but the gunshots in the background of the video had nothing to do with it. Okay.
Except for he didn't fall. He dropped to the ground for self-protection. Not exactly the same.
But this is how evil like the media is. Even though we saw exactly what happened on many different forms of video, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that was an assassination attempt. That was just an incident. So that was just a situation."
Because like back in the day, people would basically play like revisionist history for shit they didn't see because they would just watch videos and read like Reddit or Quora or some shit like that. That would be understandable because you didn't know. Now, when you're able to be alive, you're able to see things for what they are. The media will still tell you right as you just saw it, what you saw is not real. It's like, what was that Jesus picture where he was in an anime where he used to bring the rapture? Like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, now would be a time.
Dude, society, I'm telling you right now, we need to sign a petition to get like an anime retelling of the Bible. That would be so fucking dope.
I know someone did like a comic book version of the Bible. I haven't checked it out yet, but I know it is out there. And
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good.
Like I said, I've heard good things about it. I just haven't seen it yet. So I mean, I don't really have much of an opinion on it, but I do know that it's out there. So
I've seen it at my Walmart. You might be able to pick up a copy there, possibly.
Grum said they won't use the term assassination attempt. They refuse. This is evil journalism.
Exactly, and there's a reason exactly why they're doing it. They don't want to refer to it as they're the ones doing all the stuff that they've been accusing you of for the last 8 years, because they've been the ones calling you the Nazis, you the dangerous one, talking about, oh, your dangerous rhetoric and all these dangerous things that you guys believe in. Somebody might go out there and do something crazy because all the stuff that you guys believe. And now it's led to the point where they try to assassinate not only a former president, a presidential candidate, but probably the future president of the United States. So they're going to downplay it as much as they possibly can, even though we all know exactly what happened. This is how far the depravity and the evil thoughts of the media truly goes. That even in the face of the truth, and you know it's the truth, they will still gaslight you and still tell you a lie. But yeah, we just talked about that, Diana, over on Twitter, saying, yeah, we were just talking about the first article CNN ran. It's like, oh, President Trump fell at a rally.
Oh, that's Selena's sister. If you don't know.
Okay.
Selena, not Selena. Oh my god.
Were you supposed to have her on?
No, I called her sister's name.
How'd you do that?
Oh no, they're twins.
Dude.
Fuck! Diana.
Hey, Diana, are one of you two single? Like, is this one of the two? Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry about the second part of that question. Then.
Anyway, society.
Ignore everything we just said.
Anyway, society. What's going on with you?
Okay. Before you go, because you're black, you don't get privilege here. And
what?
All right. So, Diana, why are you not watching on YouTube? You can just watch on YouTube, actually. But I like to do on X, but just go on YouTube and support there. But don't worry, Diana. If you have any hot,
of course you are, Diana. Of course you're taking. This is why women shouldn't have rights. All right, it's just. This is why we need to repeal the 19th Amendment.
They should have rights because I said so.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Selena, if you're watching this,
got the alert. No way. You just got the notification. We've been live for like almost 3 hours.
It's like you guys actually get notifications on YouTube because my shows never get notifications.
That was X. You got the notification. Well, to be fair, it's probably because everyone else was doing the exact same stream, so it probably was definitely cluttered. I'll make it acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, literally everyone and their mother is on live stream right now about this.
Oh, do you need to be like verified on Twitter to stream to Twitter or
no? Twitter, literally just put your account in StreamYard and it just goes. That's it. I don't know how legit the viewers are on Twitter, but I've been streaming on YouTube and Twitch for a long time, and Rumble, obviously, as you guys know.
The
I've
thing with
always
Twitter,
had more viewers on X. Always.
The thing with Twitter is that the way they calculate everyone who clicks on your link and watch it for any period like a time. So if you go on there and like watch it for like even 3 seconds, it still counts you as a viewer, and it goes by total viewers throughout the course of the stream. That's how they do it over there.
Okay.
But yeah, Diana, come over to the YouTube channel and subscribe, because I'm almost at 1,000 subs, and I could use your white lady clout, actually. I need you conservative white women to be on my side to fight the good battle against Joe Biden.
Careful.
You're like, look, I'm assimilating a team of snow bunnies, and I want you to be one of my first round.
I'm putting together a team.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh shit. Oh god. But yeah, if you have any hot single lady friends that want to get BBC'd out, just let me know.
Stop.
I thought you were fun. Why are you here then?
Because if Selena catches you, she's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why would you,
if there's any white woman out there that loves 3 inches curved to the left, hit me up.
I got that top 2 inches.
Oh shit.
SEAL Team Snow Bunnies.
Tank just said stop. He didn't say the actual. He didn't say SOT. STOP. He just put stop.
He didn't even spell stop right. It's just snap.
It's like the old gorilla monster. It's like, will you stop?
He said his dick's only 3 inches and it'll curve to the side. Oh shit.
I'm crying. Oh shit.
Right or left?
Diana, if they don't want to have kids,
we just resurrected our force monkey comment from last
Diana, if they're black, no, they have to be white, Mexican, Asian. I discriminate. Obviously, I'm racist like that.
Siga, please shut up.
And because you might say like, oh, they don't want to have kids. Yeah, anal's fine. We just get lube.
Stop. You were digging a hole. Get yourself out of it while you can. Stop.
Yeah. I'm digging the hole far. Just saying.
If you're going to China, you keep that's how further you keep getting.
I'm just saying, like, the girls that are trying to have kids, we can just do it in the ass and just you leave. Long as they don't show them my fucking dick.
Oh my god, shut up.
I have preferences.
That's
sorry.
how you get infections.
Infections? No,
that's how you end up with dysentery, brother.
That's why you have lube. What do you think it's for?
That you still get dysentery.
Lube is not going to make shit infection, fecal matter, like go
I hope
away.
these girls are cleaning their ass. I hope they clean their buttholes. I hope. I would only just hope, right?
This fucking guy. Selena, if you're watching this later on, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I put the link to the YouTube channel on the X chat. Just copy and paste that, or just subscribe. It's on my Twitter. It's on the pinned profile for the YouTube channel link. If you want to go subscribe. But yeah, I put together a team of hoe bunnies.
Anyway, society, what are you doing? What's coming up? He just looks like a disappointed dad right now. He's thinking of all the ways he can punish you.
Look, there's a lot of people out there who need Jesus, some more than others, and I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so what I've got here, as you guys have noticed, I've been off all this week because I was taking care of business on other work-related stuff. I'm now off of that now, so I will be back this week. So we will be doing a bar room on Tuesday night, and we'll definitely be talking about the Trump assassination attempt on Tuesday night. There won't be a Friday night movie club this week because there's honestly the only movies coming out is like the Twisters movie, and like I don't need to do a Friday night show for that. But tomorrow night we'll be doing a 3-part series on the topic of salvation. And look, with everything going on in the world right now, it's probably more important people figure out that, hey, look, if you want to escape what's going to come next, your only hope is Jesus. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about this whole argument about one's losing your salvation and other false gospels are attached to that. I hope to clear things up this Sunday and the next few Sundays that come after that. And then next month, I'm going to be starting a new series talking about Hollywood's relationship with the Roman Catholic Church. So once again, I'm going to have a lot of angry Catholics and Orthodox Christians angry at me. But then again, they're probably not Christians anyway. So.
Remember, guys, help me, Jesus Christ. You're my only hope.
Oh, and like I told people before, me and Darnell are gonna do another episode of the NBA thing. But since the NBA is not going on right now, we gotta talk about the WNBA. Actually, he was like, hey, man, we got to. I was like,
Oh
okay.
shit, Selena's in the chat. I don't know if that's
Nope, here we go.
You heard the term,
Yeah,
you heard the term
yeah,
snow bunny and it's like
she-
a back
she-
signal
she-
holder.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She felt a great disturbance in the force and came
No.
here.
Mhm.
She heard the term snow bunny, MILF, and she was like,
Mhm.
I'm
shit.
so fucking I'm getting off this stream before I get fucking shredded or canceled or something.
Another lady I know, Kitty. Yeah, I had some Kitty left or whatever.
Dude, you literally said snow bunnies and everyone started appearing.
Wait, no, Kitty's Italian. She can't be a snow bunny. She'd be a spaghetti.
Okay, you ruined the joke.
Yeah.
She's literally not white. You bigot. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
She is a rapper that makes pizza and spaghetti.
No,
likes mom
Selena.
spaghetti.
Selena, just she said, "Wait, what did you call me?" No, Selena, talk to your sister. There's a whole story.
Yeah.
Talk to the sister. What are you talking? Whoa, no!
There's-
I
there's-
accidentally called your sister your name. Okay,
Stop.
out of context. That sounds horrible. But
You know something that's sad, and this is something that no one talked about here. Just quick little
I'm
off-topic
bringing
conversation.
I'm bringing the kitten on screen for a reason right now.
Did you guys know
Aw.
that Richard Simmons died today? Does anyone even know that?
Oh,
Like,
shit,
really?
It's a hell of a day to die.
Exactly,
unfortunately,
it's
because
like-
that got buried.
Yeah,
Like,
Selena,
people are gonna like come back around to this like 6 months from now. Go, wait, he died. When did that happen? It just so happens it was on the same day.
okay,
Selena,
this never
just-
happened. This is fake news. That never happened. Never happened. I asked her what her friends' taste like. What? And to be fair, she would only know that if she.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, somehow you managed to like go off the road, back onto the road, onto oncoming traffic on the other side, and just like exploded on impact.
And then go back into oncoming traffic to get hit again. Holy shit.
Mhm.
So
What's he the shooter? Richard Simmons trying to assassinate Donald Trump.
Oh,
no.
oh. Wait, what happened with you and Iron? Were you guys having sex? That's
And
what
then they
you-
just rolled up on, shot him up in his short shorts.
No,
and
they had
it's like-
family in town.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was Iron's mother was in town. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Mm.
You know, the first time I met her, they were late to a stream because Iron said she was stuck.
Like in a dryer or just stuck? Like
Yeah, the whole like pull it out step, bro. Oh my god.
He's out.
they just left. So he couldn't handle it anymore.
Nope. Yep. That's it.
Yeah, Iron picked his mom over me. Crazy.
Well, what kind of psychopath would do something like that?
A white person,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
Too much jazzercise.
Yep. Too much sweating in his
Went to the
undies.
oldies. Yeah.
Oh, Kitty, I'm glad you're here. It was nice to see you again. We got to do another one-on-one very soon. Sorry that stream you joined was half-hour drama-filled because I had to go wreck a worthless Canadian, pathetic, backstabbing loser piece of shit. But, you know, everything's all good now. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Diana, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have amazing quality content, you know. And for you guys, so I know we have a lot of viewers watching on Rumble too. This is just a FYI for your information. On YouTube, the show started at episode 500 because I wanted to get the show more exposure, and I know that having live streams boosts the channel's watch hours. So it starts on episode 500 on YouTube. But ever done when this show started from episode 1 all the way to the current episodes, even to the one you're watching right now, they're on Rumble. You don't have to follow. You don't even have to follow. You could just go on Rumble and click the link in the search box below, and you can watch all the episodes in order. But the episodes from 500 started here. And you can also watch them in order on the podcasting platforms when those inevitably drop there. Just want you guys to know that, because people, when I get bigger, people will ask me, well, where's episode 1? Well, episode 1's not here because we started on Rumble this time around. So episode 1 is on Rumble if you want to go ever watch it. It's there.
Oh, my fucking internet. Hate it.
That's
Hate it
a whole
so
lot of-
much.
That's a whole lot of pussy right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell Deanna the kitten's name, and he jumps onto the keyboard.
You know,
as
if
I'm
I
typing.
if I didn't work from 3 to midnight every single day, I would definitely have an animal for my single ass.
So we'll be wrapping up here in about like 8 minutes. We'll make it an even 3-hour stream. But yeah, I do want to say thank you to every single person that came out in the chat, people that came by, the viewers on Rumble. I know you guys are more like lurkers on there all the time, but you know, it really does mean a lot. You guys are there. So.
You guys know that picture of Hillary Clinton when she's going into the kitchen?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
What do you mean they missed?
Yep.
Kitty is only here for the cat, not you, MSK. Kitty's always here for me. I remember Kitty saying that I was hot, rich, good-looking, charismatic. The usual stuff women always say when they see me. It's usually a brunt of always that. They're like, damn,
you see,
this guy's got going on.
And you see, that's why Tiny said she'd rather roll herself into traffic.
Okay, all right. Thanks for making that dark.
I'm kidding.
Keep rolling on
the river. Oh God!
Smoke on the water.
See, that's what my wife said. My wife said she would leave her husband for me, and then, well,
what's your wife's name?
Sealy Extra Firm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you couldn't even come up with a fake name on the fly. You could be
let me go AI first.
I'm pretty sure
Sarah Rosenstein.
I'm pretty sure WC already figured it out. It's Nasquack.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, MSK gets called all of that out of women screaming "arg." I like study reviews. You like a black guy? That's kind of racist. Oh my God.
Then what the fuck are you?
I'm white. Do you see my reflection right now?
I'm white. I'm just really bad.
Maybe MSK is like Dave Chappelle's character where he's blind and he thinks he's fucking white. And he's like the biggest racist of all time.
Oh, here we go. Yes, if you don't vote for Trump, you ain't black.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to witness the strength of Trump knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Felony convictions, baby mamas, doesn't pay taxes, been shot. Trump is blacker than
many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm just a
oh shit.
You guys are clout chasing fucks. So you guys know
Kitty said, "LL MSK is trying to finish the stream," and Nate brings up Hillary.
Save Martha!
It looked like he was trying to take a dump, and it was just hard to come out.
It looked like he was about to hawk tuh on his face. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. Before we go, I know it's crazy. All the women that are in the chat are married. That's congratulations too. So it's really great.
MSK is the real life Issei Hyodo. He was really trying to start a harem and it backfired.
No.
When he found out they were all
married women showing up. This is never gonna work.
A bunch of like MILF married women in their 30s.
He's like, no, you're not the ones I was looking for.
I just attract women in their 30s that are married, or well, these almost married actually. MSK has that reverse vitiligo. Oh shit!
He's got Riley. I want you to know that even though we doing it real grand, if this rap shit don't work, we running up in niggas' houses, my word.
Oh shit! That sounds so black. That's such a black guy thing.
At this point,
only thing that was missing was him pulling out a 9, being like,
at this point, I'm so desperate for love, I probably wouldn't mind a single woman in her 30s. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on how much STDs she comes with. I mean, I don't ask for much, but I feel like that's kind of the baseline.
Well, I mean, if you see her and it looks like she's got COVID-19 Black Plague on her fucking face, no.
Ugly, you are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
In that order?
Specifically in that order.
That's
Specifically in that order.
Part of my dating checklist is quite literally current STD checkup and FICO score.
Yeah. That's the real one.
Kidnap Selma
I don't
Hayek
have
and
one
marry
yet.
her. What?
I'm gonna get one very soon. I don't have one yet. This is the one I
You
got
know
from
what's
Sandy.
sad is that after a certain age, it's like 2 baseline like requests. It's just like, okay, just don't have any baby daddies and like don't have like herpes. Okay, get those 2, and you come to find out it's like you receive 0 search results. It's like, son of a bitch.
Mama always told me they were clean. She lied.
Yeah. Now you just crying in the middle.
That always fucked me up when I was in school and we would do our sex ed class, because they totally did the thing where they would try to scare you into not having sex by making all the girls sound just like filthy fucking creatures. Yep. They're like, oh yeah, they have all these diseases, blah, 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 blah. And my smart ass was just like, yeah, but how did they get those diseases then? They're not just born with them.
Oh, the last thing I wanted to say before we head out is all the married women.
Hey, look, a pussy.
When the Hawk 2 girl got big, do you guys Hawk 2 on your partners? Did she reveal something about you guys?
First of all, if you guys don't brush your teeth, you shouldn't be Hawk 2ing on anything. Because I mean, that's not.
Yeah, because when you do, she's gonna get hit with a leftover piece of fucking burrito or something. I don't know.
that little piece of broccoli that you guys had for dinner earlier.
that little piece of pepperoni that was inside your hot pocket just hits her.
I'm just saying, if she Hawk 2s in your butthole to start eating it, and you have broccoli in there.
What is wrong with you? You have to take it so far in a direction that I didn't think it was going to go.
All the married women here, Hawk 2.
No married woman or married guy here is spitting in each other's anuses.
How do you know that?
Because normal
you have
people,
receipts?
Even normal people who have sex every day don't do that kind of shit.
How do you know these things?
I've never even heard of porn stars doing something that disgusting.
Oh, you haven't dug far enough, honestly.
You have? That's disturbing.
I was bored, man, one night, dude. Come on, man.
He was Ambien searching OnlyFans, so that's just what came up.
Yeah, just keep in mind, make sure you Hawk tool for your man. Make sure you do the nice tongue tricks, the ring around a rosy, as they call it, in the hood.
Anyway, I was thinking about this, right? Sasha Grey is trending on Twitch at the moment. I just think to myself, it's like, how did you get to this position in your life where now you're pretending to be a Twitch streamer? It's like, I get it when certain like women, they get done in like the porn industry, they want to be known for like something else outside of porn. So it's like, oh, I'll go be an actor.
She's tried. She tried to be a streamer.
That's like Mia Khalifa trying to give marriage advice. It's like, bitch, you know nothing.
Also, Society only comes on Saturdays because he treats me like his side piece. He only gives it to me once a week.
Well, I don't have like 7 days a week to stream and hang out with you out there, buddy, because you don't have like life, bills, job, responsibilities.
Oh, yeah. So every typical black guy that's in California living off the government. Okay, all right.
I'm not in California anymore.
Wow. What?
I'm not living in poverty land anymore, Hatua.
He gave a Hawk to Joe Biden, and all of a sudden, he didn't have any problems anymore.
Oh, no. Emerald is on mostly Mondays, except this past Monday, he did at work. He's on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I think before we get out of here, we should watch this one video.
I have to leave right now. I'm already peaked out of my time.
It won't take long.
I'm starving. Thank you guys.
You should definitely watch this before you eat it. You should definitely watch this before you eat food.
As you guys know, more content is coming out. Podcast episodes, podcasting platforms.
The Indian food
again. Rumble is getting newer content. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man Podcast. We'll see you guys later.
Do it now.
Keep in mind. Andrew Tate said this, and I will repeat it. They'll try to cancel you. They'll try to censor you. They will try to put you in jail, and then at that point, they try to off you.
You
That's
are
it.
ugly. You were disgusting. I'm
He
gonna
also
kill
said
you.
eating
Give me
Indian
$200.
He also said eating Indian street food will turn your butthole into a fire extinguisher. So don't do that.
To be fair, that after what we watched last week, are you sure I'm wrong?
They clean their hands in the food.
Fires.
Feet in my food. Go ahead, put your feet in my food. Go do
Motherfucker cut meat with his big, dirty, funky ass toenail. Look at this shit.
a toenail that he hasn't cut since he was 16 years old.
That thing is like fossilized to his foot.
That's where the extra flavor comes from: dirt and shit and crust.
He has to go to Lowe's in order to buy a tool that's strong enough to cut his toe with this.
Gross. Bro, that pot looked like it hadn't been washed in like 30 years. That's actually disgusting.
Washed. I'm sorry. Did you have water to be washing pots in your country there, MSK?
Does urine count as water?
Well, I mean, the Romans soaked all their clothes in urine to wash stains out. So,
so what if they have the girls pee in the pots to clean them?
I mean,
is it sterile if they do it?
Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man Podcast, and we'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Peace. Goodbye.